we go. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Cardinal Sports here live in Eunice. We got lots of people sending messages. We've got a bunch of them saying there is no sound. The reason there is no sound is because this is still the JV game. We are just sitting here twiddling our thumbs. This is the JV game. The varsity game has not started. It's 7-4 here in this JV game. The little JV Tornadoes out here playing the little Cardinals. And so that is where we're at. That is what's going on. I've got people calling. I've got people texting. I've got people doing all kind of stuff. But the reason there's no sound is because the game has not started. This is the JV game. So with that said, we'll use this as a mic check, a test mic. It's Jimmy Jones alongside Rosendo Caballero. Welcome, Rosendo.
How you doing, Mr. Jones? I appreciate people tuning in and trying to listen to us. We greatly appreciate that. So that's my sound check there, Mr. Jones.
Absolutely. And, of course, we've got the guy that we were going to rename the Tongue, but we'll leave him as the Thumb because we don't want him looking like he's a member of KISS over there in front of the camera.
Yeah, we'll stick with the thumb because I don't know if I can reach my tongue out there.
I don't want to see him in leggings neither.
That's right. That is Charlie Fairbrush. And so, once again, we are still in the middle of the JV game. They went an extra inning farther than I thought they would go.
They were 4 points ahead, and they should have stopped way back then.
Yeah. And so now it's a 7-4 ball game here in this JV game. And the Tornadoes at the plate. A swing and a miss for a strike.
And we only have one out in this inning.
Yeah, it's been a rough maybe 30 minutes.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
That's 2 innings for the Eunice Cardinals. You're the JV team anyways.
Yep. I mean, the Eunice JV held Lamesa to 1 run through the first 5 innings.
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
And then in the last 2 innings, they've give up 6. They've only got 1 out here with a man on third, and now they trail by 3, 7-4. So
And Eunice has gone through 3 pitchers since then as well.
Yep. So the JV Cardinals struggling. Once again, we jumped online because we're getting messages from numerous people saying that there's no sound. There was no sound because we weren't broadcasting it officially yet. So
we were giving y'all a break from Jimmy Jones'
that's
voice.
right. That way you didn't have to listen to my nagging voice. But
he said nagging voice.
Nagging.
He's an old nag, Charlie said.
That's right. So anyway, got multiple people sending us. Man, I bet I've got a half dozen messages just in the last few minutes saying there's no sound. So there should be sound now. Now, if you're still not hearing sound, you probably got a problem on either y'all's end or our end. But once again, this is still the JV game. That's why everybody's messaging about there's no sound. And so anyway, we appreciate you. We definitely appreciate you, and we appreciate everybody keeping us informed because sometimes we don't know that.
Yes, we don't know.
Sometimes you need to tune us up a little bit.
That's right. So, but we definitely appreciate everyone listening. And once again, we're still in the JV game. So this I don't even have a JV roster.
No, so. I don't either. I didn't pick one off neither. The station says mics are good, and so is video.
All right.
Audio, I'm sorry.
There's a little dribbler over to second base. Second baseman booted it, and they're going to reach safely.
And runner's coming home from third.
Oh, and they're going to get him easily.
And that's that should be 3 outs,
that's
right?
Two. I think that was the second.
Yes, because he bobbled it out at second. Imagine that. Coach is trying to force his game to end so he can get varsity started, I guess.
I guess.
Or does Eunice have last bat?
We get last bat.
Yeah. Still going to have to go bat one more time. Bad thing is we're down 9-4 now.
Yeah, so we need one more out.
Yep. So, once again, this is the JV game. We're just kind of covering a little bit of it here just so that everybody knows the sound is working.
And also the video might be that great because the sun's hitting it probably, right, Charlie?
Yeah, but I think by the time the varsity game starts, it'll dip down enough.
With the later start, right?
Yeah, our baseball field kind of faces the northwest, and so in these afternoon games, boy, that sun starts getting down over the Coy Ranch out there, and next thing you know, it's shining right in the windows and kind of creates a glare on the camera. But now as that sun starts to drop, it really makes a really good view. So it's just that probably for about the next hour, that view is going to get really
Probably about time the game starts off after the kids warm up out there and everything.
Yep.
The varsity team, anyways.
Yeah, because we got the Cardinals will bat again, the JV.
What is that little lean over thing that the kid that's pitching's doing? That almost looks like a.
There's a professional baseball player who does it as well.
Oh,
He
yeah?
plays for the Pirates.
I think that
He kind
one
of leans over
reminds
with
me
kind
of
of like a hawk.
that dance that Charlie used to do when he wore his parachute pants with
Mhm.
the zippers.
Oh, yeah.
I called it the Thriller. I think it was like the
That's
Michael
great.
Jackson's Thriller. Dun, 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 dun. I may have to play the Thriller
No.
song in a minute.
No singing, Charlie. Stay in your chair, Charlie.
No,
Oh, that's Bonanza.
That's Bonanza.
You're
Charlie,
way
that's,
out, Charlie.
that's
You're
way
out.
before. That's black and white days there. At least Michael Jackson had the red jacket on. You
Yes.
could
Oh,
see the
yeah.
color. It wasn't black and white.
Dude,
said
you ought to see me do the
Bonanza.
moonwalk.
Oh, Lord, help us. That song's getting to him. He's dehydrated.
He's humming the Bonanza song. Yeah, that's not Bonanza, Charlie. It's that red Gatorade that he's
That red
drinking.
Gatorade.
It's got that
that red
red
dye.
color in it. Yep.
Oh, my God.
There's a high fly ball up over second base. Second baseman trying to get under it, and he does. Makes the catch. And so that'll
So
do it. And so we'll head into the bottom of the sixth. The Cardinals trail Lamesa 9-4. 8 of those runs have been scored in the last couple innings. Thank you, ma'am.
That's the Eunice one?
Oh, this is the JV lineup.
Oh, yes.
Awesome.
Yep, yep.
Awesome. Okay. All right. So, trying to look here and see who's who. The one thing I will say about baseball coaches, their writing is worse than doctors.
yeah.
They send you over some rosters that sometimes get a little interesting. That's Maddox, Haciel, Big Rob, Jace. I think that's Angel, Lathan, Zeke,
Mm-hmm.
Alex, Elijah, and Moses. So we'll see who
That's
comes
a lot
up.
of subs on there,
Good
too.
thing about
It
the
is.
varsity roster for Tyler, he sends you text message. with it.
Usually,
It's
yes.
nice.
And I've messaged him asking for today's. Haven't got it yet. And then they've got that app, and I loaded the app for the softball team the other day, but I think that the
Yeah,
baseball
baseball-
team's not on the same deal or
I
something.
believe they use a different one.
Yeah, so I'm
We'll
like,
try to
what
get that situated while they're warming up, huh?
yeah, maybe.
If
We'd
we
have to go
time,
load it up on a phone and get all that stuff loaded.
Get the special password and everything
Yeah,
else
all
we need
that
to do.
stuff, yeah.
Just get the expensive one, Rosie. You can afford it.
Mm-hmm. We're going to do that, Charlie.
You can afford it, bud.
Crazy.
Get the,
but
we'll just charge it to the school. I
Yeah.
mean, shoot, you're on
to the
board.
IT department?
You're on the board.
Yeah.
I just can't do that, man.
Oh, sure you
And
can.
then we can all use it.
I'm 1 of 5 guys, or 4, whatever we are.
Yeah, you
3 and a
just,
half.
just charge it to them. They can bill the school. Shoot, you can work you a couple extra hours too. Never mind. I'm just going right back here to this. We're,
Remember we were talking about earlier?
no, I don't remember
Easy.
nothing. We're going right back to this game, up to the plate, trying to see who this is. Can't see the number.
Number
What number's that?
19.
19.
19 is going to be Lathan, I believe is what this says. Lathan V, I think. And so Lathan steps up there, number 19.
There's a strike on him already.
That one's going to be low and outside
He's
for
coming,
ball
he's
one. So
coming.
1 ball, 1 strike to Lathan.
You're in the bottom of the 6th inning. Eunice trails 9-4 against the
And
Tornadoes.
this will be the last half inning. Either way.
My little Texas tornado.
Unless they catch up, Charlie.
Yeah.
Oh, did we pass? Oh,
There's a swing and a miss for strike 2.
excuse me.
So 1 ball, 2 strikes here to Lathan. He steps in there ready to go again. Maybe. Adjusts his gloves. Take a look out there. Stares at that pitcher like, what you got?
Oh, nice breaking ball.
I think
Ooh,
we're getting
man.
close to our time limit. Is what I'm getting at, Rosie. I think this is the last half inning.
Believe you're right either way, right?
So even if it's tied, they call it?
They
I
should.
would say yes.
Yeah. All right.
So we just need what, 6 runs?
Yeah.
That's all. Just 6 runs. As the young man goes count 3-2. 2 strikes, 3 balls.
Money pitch coming up.
I have to clean out my little notebook. I got stat sheets for basketball games for like half basketball season in here. There's a high foul,
play.
foul, fly, foul. Yeah.
I'd probably hit a windshield.
Once again, we are still in the JV game. For those of you still got some folks messaging about the game here. This is the JV game. Our official broadcast is not scheduled to start. I believe it's scheduled to start officially at 6:30, but I don't think we're going to make it by 6:30, as this is still the JV game.
Swing and a miss. Goes down on strikes. This young man does.
Or one away.
2 away.
Is that 2?
Yes, sir. That's the first out of the inning.
What?
Charlie thought it was the second out for the Eunice
No, I
Cardinals.
said one
Yeah,
away.
he said one away.
I'm
and
sorry,
you
I thought you
said
said
2 away.
I thought you said there was only 1 out away to end the game. I guess you gave me some of that purple drink.
I'm
Oh,
done.
what you been over there chewing on, boy?
He said, boy. You saying no, brother. Well, get up out of this chair, Charlie.
Come on.
Turn that AC on. It's getting hot in here.
Yep. So, once again, this is the JV game. The score in this JV game is 9-4. 9-4. We're in the bottom of the 6th inning. Eunice JV at the plate. Who's batting now, Charlie? Can you see that back?
Number
3.
3.
Trace.
Number 3 is Zeke.
Garcia, right?
So this is Zeke at the plate, and he's down 1 ball, 2 strikes here. Got 1 out, a 9-4 game here. This could be the last half of this inning, I'm assuming. Could be the last half of the inning. The game will be over anyway. And he goes down swinging on strike. So that is the 2nd out here in this bottom of the 6th. And coming to the plate is big 2-3. That is Alex. So Alex steps into that right-handed batter's box, ready to go.
He's tall, ain't he? Big old boy.
Good sized kid for sure. Steps in there, ready. Here comes the pitch.
Wow.
Oh, come on, man.
He wants to get it over, don't he?
I think our umpire's ready to go, too.
He's like, we got to get through this JV game. So that is outside edge there for strike number 1. There's another one. That one swung on, hit over toward third. He's on his horse. He's trying to get there. Here comes the throw, and he gets him. And that'll end this ball game. Your Cardinal JV team falls 9-4 to the Lamesa Tornado JV team. And so that'll end this JV game. We'll be back here in the next few minutes to get started with our official broadcast with the varsity game. You're listening to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Cardinal Sports.
BTH Services and Rentals, LLC is proud to support the Eunice Cardinals. They wish all the young athletes an incredible basketball season and send a special shout out to the class of 2025 seniors. Congratulations on this milestone. Go Big Red. BTH Services and Rentals, proud supporters of all Lee County athletics and academics.
Bart Parker, owner of Redbird LP Gas Company, and his employees are proud of the Eunice Cardinals. Bart, class of 1971, state champions of both basketball and baseball, support the kids in their academics and athletics. And they realize balancing both is challenging, and they appreciate the Cardinals' determination. Redbird knows the Eunice Cardinals have worked really hard to get where they're at, and they're cheering them on all the way. Supporting the Eunice Cardinals, Redbird LP Gas Company. The Eunice Clinic is proud to support the Eunice Cardinals. Go Cardinals! You're the pride of Eunice. The Eunice Health Clinic offers many of the same basic services that many local physicians provide. They specialize in sick care for all ages, women's exams, physicals, health education, lab tests, and diagnostic studies. They're proud supporters of athletic and academic events. The Eunice Health Clinic is proud to back the Cardinals. Go Cards! Eunice Public Schools empower students to soar by providing exceptional educational experiences in a safe and nurturing environment. The entire Eunice community comes together to champion sports and academics, fostering a spirit of collaboration and friendly competition. Eunice is a vibrant small town with a strong sense of community and academic excellence where everyone thrives. Eunice Public Schools, prioritizing student success, cultivating meaningful relationships, and striving for academic excellence to transform lives and unlock limitless potential.
Did you know that Cardinal Hardware isn't just your ordinary hardware store? They're your one-stop destination for all your hardware needs. As the sole hardware store in town, they take pride in being locally owned and operated, serving the community with dedication and care. Cardinal Hardware is fully stocked with all the essentials you need, ensuring you can find everything you're looking for right in Eunice. Cardinal Hardware in Eunice, another proud sponsor of all Lee County sports and academics.
Eunice is a beacon of community spirit where everyone knows your name and looks out for one another. It's an idyllic haven to raise a family with top-notch schools, a vibrant community, and thrives on sports and academics, and has an unbeatable low cost of living. Want to tap into the heartbeat of Eunice? Google cityofunis.org to unlock a treasure trove of community events, business listings, city maps, and so much more. Experience the magic of small-town living where everyone is welcomed with open arms.
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
Eunice Wrecker and Rental offers professional and reliable 24-hour roadside services in Lee County. Light to medium duty towing and recovery, fuel delivery, jump starts, lockouts, and tire changes. Eunice Wrecker will also haul off those unwanted vehicles to clean up your property. Eunice Wrecker, over 20 years of experience and fully licensed and insured. Call Eunice Wrecker 575-394-HOOK, 394-4665. Eunice Wrecker and Rental currently hiring Class A CDL and regular drivers for the wrecking yard. Eunice Wrecker, 44 North New Mexico Highway 248, Eunice, New Mexico, MM1.
Guns Up Services is a proud supporter of their Eunice community and their Eunice Cardinals. Guns Up Services has been in business almost 14 years and is family owned and operated, located at 2105 Avenue O in Eunice. They're your trusted vacuum truck, winch truck, frac tanks, rental equipment, and dirt work provider. Guns Up Services in Eunice wants to cheer on number 9 Elijah and number 15 Maddox, wishing them good luck this sports season. Guns Up Services, another proud supporter of all Lee County athletics. Parker Energy, family owned and operated since 2006, delivers exceptional transport, pump truck, vacuum truck, and disposal services. Their commitment extends beyond business to supporting Lee County sports and academics. Parker Energy wants to empower young adults to succeed in sports, scholastics, and personal growth. Parker Energy, located at 2350 Avenue O in Eunice, proudly backs Lee County athletics.
NMR Pipeline is a highly qualified, dedicated company, leading in performance with management and employees who've provided over 45 years of service in pipeline maintenance and construction within the oil and gas industry. NMR Pipeline, 300 South Main in Eunice, or call 394-0144 for more information. Again, 394-0144. NMR Pipeline is proud to be a supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics.
Redbird Garage is your hometown local mechanic shop specializing in minor and major repairs from oil changes, car washes, brake work, AC repair, and so much more. For more information, call 575-394-8828. Call 575-394-8828. Redbird Garage, 1800 North Main Street is your hometown mechanic shop, committed to always doing what's right for you and your vehicle. Redbird Garage is a proud supporter of Lee County athletics and academics.
BTH Services and Rentals LLC is proud to support the Eunice Cardinals. They wish all the young athletes an incredible basketball season and send a special shout out to the class of 2025 seniors. Congratulations on this milestone. Go Big Red! BTH Services and Rentals, proud supporters of all Lee County athletics and academics.
Bart Parker, owner of Redbird LP Gas Company, and his employees are proud of the Eunice Cardinals. Bart, class of 1971, state champions of both basketball and baseball, support the kids in their academics and athletics. And they realize balancing both is challenging, and they appreciate the Cardinals' determination. Redbird knows the Eunice Cardinals have worked really hard to get where they're at, and they're cheering them on all the way. Supporting the Eunice Cardinals, Redbird LP Gas Company. The Eunice Clinic is proud to support the Eunice Cardinals. Go Cardinals! You're the pride of Eunice. The Eunice Health Clinic offers many of the same basic services that many local physicians provide. They specialize in sick care for all ages, women's exams, physicals, health education, lab tests, and diagnostic studies. They're proud supporters of athletic and academic events. The Eunice Health Clinic is proud to back the Cardinals. Go Cards! Eunice Public Schools empower students to soar by providing exceptional educational experiences in a safe and nurturing environment. The entire Eunice community comes together to champion sports and academics, fostering a spirit of collaboration and friendly competition. Eunice is a vibrant small town with a strong sense of community and academic excellence where everyone thrives. Eunice Public Schools, prioritizing student success, cultivating meaningful relationships, and striving for academic excellence to transform lives and unlock limitless potential.
Did you know that Cardinal Hardware isn't just your ordinary hardware store? They're your one-stop destination for all your hardware needs. As the sole hardware store in town, they take pride in being locally owned and operated, serving the community with dedication and care. Cardinal Hardware is fully stocked with all the essentials you need, ensuring you can find everything you're looking for right in Eunice. Cardinal Hardware in Eunice, another proud sponsor of all Lee County sports and academics.
Eunice is a beacon of community spirit where everyone knows your name and looks out for one another. It's an idyllic haven to raise a family with top-notch schools, a vibrant community, and thrives on sports and academics, and has an unbeatable low cost of living. Want to tap into the heartbeat of Eunice? Google cityofunis.org to unlock a treasure trove of community events, business listings, city maps, and so much more. Experience the magic of small-town living where everyone is welcomed with open arms.
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
Eunice Wrecker and Rental offers professional and reliable 24-hour roadside services in Lee County. Light to medium duty towing and recovery, fuel delivery, jump starts, lockouts, and tire changes. Eunice Wrecker will also haul off those unwanted vehicles to clean up your property. Eunice Wrecker, over 20 years of experience and fully licensed and insured. Call Eunice Wrecker 575-394-HOOK, 394-4665. Eunice Wrecker and Rental currently hiring Class A CDL and regular drivers for the wrecking yard. Eunice Wrecker, 44 North New Mexico Highway 248, Eunice, New Mexico, MM1.
Guns Up Services is a proud supporter of their Eunice community and their Eunice Cardinals. Guns Up Services has been in business almost 14 years and is family owned and operated, located at 2105 Avenue O in Eunice. They're your trusted vacuum truck, winch truck, frac tanks, rental equipment, and dirt work provider. Guns Up Services in Eunice wants to cheer on number 9, Elijah, and number 15, Maddox, wishing them good luck this sports season. Guns Up Services, another proud supporter of all Lee County athletics. Parker Energy, family owned and operated since 2006, delivers exceptional transport, pump truck, vacuum truck, and disposal services. Their commitment extends beyond business to supporting Lee County sports and academics. Parker Energy wants to empower young adults to succeed in sports, scholastics, and personal growth. Parker Energy, located at 2350 Avenue O in Eunice, proudly backs Lee County athletics. Parker Energy, family owned and operated since 2006, delivers exceptional transport, pump truck, vacuum truck, and disposal services. Their commitment extends beyond business to supporting Lee County sports and academics. Parker Energy wants to empower young adults to succeed in sports, scholastics, and personal growth. Parker Energy, located at 2350 Avenue O in Eunice, proudly backs Lee County athletics.
NMR Pipeline is a highly qualified, dedicated company, leading in performance with management and employees who've provided over 45 years of service in pipeline maintenance and construction within the oil and gas industry. NMR Pipeline, 300 South Main in Eunice, or call 394-0144 for more information. Again, 394-0144. NMR Pipeline is proud to be a supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics.
Redbird Garage is your hometown local mechanic shop specializing in minor and major repairs from oil changes, car washes, brake work, AC repair, and so much more. For more information, call 575-394-8828. Call 575-394-8828. Redbird Garage, 1800 North Main Street is your hometown mechanic shop, committed to always doing what's right for you and your vehicle. Redbird Garage is a proud supporter of Lee County athletics and academics.
BTH Services and Rentals, LLC is proud to support the Eunice Cardinals. They wish all the young athletes an incredible basketball season and send a special shout out to the class of 2025 seniors. Congratulations on this milestone. Go Big Red! BTH Services and Rentals, proud supporters of all Lee County athletics and academics.
Bart Parker, owner of Redbird LP Gas Company, and his employees are proud of the Eunice Cardinals. Bart, class of 1971, state champions of both basketball and baseball, support the kids in their academics and athletics. And they realize balancing both is challenging, and they appreciate the Cardinals' determination. Redbird knows the Eunice Cardinals have worked really hard to get where they're at, and they're cheering them on all the way. Supporting the Eunice Cardinals, Redbird LP Gas Company. The Eunice Clinic is proud to support the Eunice Cardinals. Go Cardinals! You're the pride of Eunice. The Eunice Health Clinic offers many of the same basic services that many local physicians provide. They specialize in sick care for all ages, women's exams, physicals, health education, lab tests, and diagnostic studies. They're proud supporters of athletic and academic events. The Eunice Health Clinic is proud to back the Cardinals. Go Cards! Eunice Public Schools empower students to soar by providing exceptional educational experiences in a safe and nurturing environment. The entire Eunice community comes together to champion sports and academics, fostering a spirit of collaboration and friendly competition. Eunice is a vibrant small town with a strong sense of community and academic excellence where everyone thrives. Eunice Public Schools, prioritizing student success, cultivating meaningful relationships, and striving for academic excellence to transform lives and unlock limitless potential.
Did you know that Cardinal Hardware isn't just your ordinary hardware store? They're your one-stop destination for all your hardware needs. As the sole hardware store in town, they take pride in being locally owned and operated, serving the community with dedication and care. Cardinal Hardware is fully stocked with all the essentials you need, ensuring you can find everything you're looking for right in Eunice. Cardinal Hardware in Eunice, another proud sponsor of all Lee County sports and academics.
Eunice is a beacon of community spirit where everyone knows your name and looks out for one another. It's an idyllic haven to raise a family with top-notch schools, a vibrant community, and thrives on sports and academics, and has an unbeatable low cost of living. Want to tap into the heartbeat of Eunice? Google cityofunis.org to unlock a treasure trove of community events, business listings, city maps, and so much more. Experience the magic of small-town living where everyone is welcomed with open arms.
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
Eunice Wrecker and Rental offers professional and reliable 24-hour roadside services in Lee County. Light to medium duty towing and recovery, fuel delivery, jump starts, lockouts, and tire changes. Eunice Wrecker will also haul off those unwanted vehicles to clean up your property. Eunice Wrecker, over 20 years of experience and fully licensed and insured. Call Eunice Wrecker 575-394-HOOK, 394-4665. Eunice Wrecker and Rental currently hiring Class A CDL and regular drivers for the wrecking yard. Eunice Wrecker, 44 North New Mexico Highway 248, Eunice, New Mexico, MM1.
Guns Up Services is a proud supporter of their Eunice community and their Eunice Cardinals. Guns Up Services has been in business almost 14 years and is family owned and operated, located at 2105 Avenue O in Eunice. They're your trusted vacuum truck, winch truck, frac tanks, rental equipment, and dirt work provider. Guns Up Services in Eunice wants to cheer on number 9 Elijah and number 15 Maddox, wishing them good luck this sports season. Guns Up Services, another proud supporter of all Lee County athletics.
NMR Pipeline is a highly qualified, dedicated company, leading in performance with management and employees who've provided over 45 years of service in pipeline maintenance and construction within the oil and gas industry. NMR Pipeline, 300 South Main in Eunice, or call 394-0144 for more information. Again, 394-0144. NMR Pipeline is proud to be a supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics.
Redbird Garage is your hometown local mechanic shop specializing in minor and major repairs from oil changes, car washes, brake work, AC repair, and so much more. For more information, call 575-394-8828. Call 575-394-8828. Redbird Garage, 1800 North Main Street is your hometown mechanic shop. Committed to always doing what's right for you and your vehicle. Redbird Garage is a proud supporter of Lee County athletics and academics.
Parker Energy, family owned and operated since 2006, delivers exceptional transport, pump truck, vacuum truck, and disposal services. Their commitment extends beyond business to supporting Lee County sports and academics. Parker Energy wants to empower young adults to succeed in sports, scholastics, and personal growth. Parker Energy, located at 2350 Avenue O in Eunice, proudly backs Lee County athletics.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Cardinal sports here live in Eunice as your Eunice Cardinals are hosting the Lamesa Tornadoes. I'm Jimmy Jones alongside my partners tonight. Of course, I've got the man, the myth, the legend. We know him by his body part. We call him the Thumb. He's Charlie Fairbrush. Welcome, Charlie.
Welcome, everybody. Ready for some baseball tonight?
Charlie will show us that thing. And, of course, we've got the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Sharpest Tool in the school board shed himself, Rosendo Caballero. Welcome, Rosendo.
Hello, sir. How are you doing tonight? Hello, Charlie. How are you doing over there, big bud?
I'm doing great, Rosendo. Glad to
awesome.
see you.
Glad to see you way over there.
Y'all got me over here under the air conditioner. No matter what happens, I'm going to get somewhere where there's bad conditions.
That's right. We're going to get you by the AC. We got to keep you cool, though.
If I'm outside, the wind's blowing. If I'm inside, the wind's blowing.
I actually pulled out the jacket with the hood on it just in case it gets a little. I went ahead and put it on because I could feel it coming. I just knew it. And
you feel it coming on, huh?
Anyway, we're live here in Eunice, where the 6-2 Eunice Cardinals are getting ready to take on the 8-9 Lamesa Tornadoes. The Cardinals, a little bit of a break, hadn't played in a
while,
in a couple of weeks, I think, or at least a week. Looks like we're going to have the national anthem, so we'll take a step back for just a second. You're listening to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Cardinal sports. All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Cardinal sports here live in Eunice on a beautiful Monday afternoon. It's going to be a busy week on the diamond for the Cardinals this week, as tonight they'll face Lamesa here in Eunice. Tomorrow night is JAL. We kind of been debating on that. We believe it's in JAL tomorrow night. Thursday or Friday, it's in Lovington, and TJ and Don will bring you that game. And then Saturday is in Texaco. And so we'll be up there in what I like to refer to as the goat pasture, because it
starts early in the week.
Man, I'm telling you, that is an interesting. It is just amazing to me that Texaco has such great facilities as a whole. They have an amazing baseball team every single year, but their baseball field looks like they just took some tractors out to the side of one of their local farms and
plowed it up,
threw out some grass, threw some bases out there, and
made them out and play ball.
Unrolled some chain link and threw it up around it. I mean, there's literally no bleachers. I mean, if there is, they're like
very narrow and small.
Yeah, tiny little.
Charlie wouldn't fit in them.
There's absolutely no press box. And there's not many plug-ins on the home plate side of the field, so usually you have to run an extension cord from like left field over. I've set up like a table on the field out in left field. That's where they've had me broadcast from.
A generator.
It's a
unique place to set up.
Yes,
that, right?
it is. It's our Little League baseball field down at the Little League here. I guarantee you has more amenities than their varsity baseball field. So anyway, just an interesting setup. But that said, we're worried about Lamesa here today. Lamesa comes over here, a team about 500 in Texas. Of course, Texas starts a little earlier than we do over here in New Mexico, so they've got quite a few more games than we do. On the hill for the Cardinals today, you've got the senior Luis Zamora, the young man that's committed to play.
Luis Gonzalez.
I'm sorry. No, not Gonzalez.
Gomez.
Luis Gomez.
Yes, we're both
I
wrong,
said Zamora. Yeah.
He's Luis.
Luis Gomez, the senior who's already committed to play football at Eastern New Mexico University next year. We haven't got to see him work much. Last year, he was one of our aces. This year, kind of the ace has been Fernando Cerna. And so Coy's behind home plate, and man, I tell you what,
you got the cannon.
Every game that I watch him play, he looks a little better and just keeps getting better. And so good-looking young man. Coming to the plate to start this game off is going to be Chase Zarola, number 2, playing in that number 4 position out in the field. And so
I like their helmets. They're gold helmets here for the Tornadoes.
The little gold Tornadoes. So stepping up there for the Gold Tornadoes is Zarola. He steps in there ready to go into that right-handed batter's box. Here comes the kick and the fire from Gomez. The fastball inside high for strike number 1, a swing and a miss.
And this picture's going to clear up, y'all, as soon as that sun goes down.
Yeah, that sun right now is just in the worst possible place. Kind of like when you're driving your car in the afternoons or evenings and you drive into that sun as the sun's going down. If you have bugs all over your windshield like mine, you really can't see anything. So
bugs and a broken windshield, right?
That too. That's that too. You don't want to practice your speed bag drills on your mirror.
That's what you do.
It'll get that thing.
You're trying to kill that mosquito that one evening.
So 1 ball, 1 strike. There's
there
the pitch right down that outside corner. Good-looking pitch from Gomez.
And keep in mind, Mr. Jones, we only have 1 umpire tonight behind the plate, so he has to make the call all over the field. So bear with us.
That is true. That is true. So 1 ball, 2 strikes here to Zarola. He steps in there ready. Gomez takes a look at his catcher, kicks, fires it toward home. It's hit hard, foul, right back into the parking lot, and that'll put a dent in somebody's hood.
Or break somebody's windshield.
Yep. As I pulled into the parking lot, there was a lot of those good parking spaces open right here behind home plate. It's usually all the out-of-town teams that pull in and park at those. They think, oh, man, there's a good park right there.
They all had Texas tags on them.
I'm telling you, that's not where you want to be.
I'll go home dented up.
If you're listening, call your family and tell them to move their car. If they're parked there, a swing and a miss for strike 3. And so down goes Zarola as Gomez gets his first K of the ball game. So coming up next will be Damian Ramos. Young man wearing number 6. He steps in there ready to go. Gomez wasting no time. Kicks, fires this one toward home. It's a breaking ball down that inside corner.
I love that call right there.
Yeah, for strike number 1. 0-1 here to Ramos. That's a good-looking pitch.
It was beautiful. He's playing left field for the Tornadoes.
Yep. He steps in there ready to go. Here comes the pitch.
Oh, that's
right
even
down
better.
the middle. Fastball right down the pipe. Had him frozen. Threw that kind of off-speed pitch, the first one on the inside, and that one was, dropped the hammer on that one. So 0-2 is the count.
Breaking ball? Oh,
And that
misses.
one's just outside for ball one.
I was hoping that umpire called that one.
So back in there, ready to go, is Ramos. Gomez on the hill. Looking over the top of his glove. He's going to step, kick, and fire this one toward that outside corner. And, man, that one was close. 2 balls, 2 strikes here. 2-2 count.
Missed by a smidge, Judge Hardy.
Yeah. Or did he?
P. Diddy?
Oh, Lord. Don't leave that alone.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss, and down goes Ramos
For first
with
2
the
Ks.
second
Wow.
strikeout. That is 2 Ks for Gomez. And that'll bring Jonas Munoz up to the plate. Young man wears number 0, Agent 0, as he stops over to pretend like he's writing something in the dirt, which is turf here, with his bat. And
Put
now,
his initials out there.
yeah, I think that's what he did. And now he steps up to the plate, the number 3 batter. 2 outs here. We're in the top of the first. Just getting this game underway. A swing and a miss as Gomez blows that fastball right by
Man,
him.
he wanted that one. That's
Man.
a
Swung
huge
hard at
swing.
it, too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Got him on that breaking ball.
Is this young man the second baseman or the shortstop?
He is the shortstop tonight.
All right, so he's
the
up there
Tornadoes.
ready to go. Here comes the next pitch. Swing on and a miss, and Gomez blows another one right by him. And so he's ahead 0-2 here. And Jonas Munoz steps back in there ready to go. Here comes Gomez. He's going to kick and fire that kind of off-speed pitch outside there. For ball one. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Trying to fight the sun here. It's
Yeah.
crazy. Oh, well.
You'll be wishing for that sun when it gets down in a minute.
We'll have to turn that AC off, Charlie.
There's a swing and a miss.
I'm ready.
Foul ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Charlie be over here shivering in a minute. His teeth
That's a lot of shivering and shaking over there, boys.
They'll be reporting earthquakes in town.
6.5 located in Eunice.
All right, Gomez back on the hill after the foul ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. We're in the top of the first. Gomez kicks, fires that ball toward home, and it's low and outside for ball 2. So we got the 2-2-2. This is not time for the Heath Dean because it's the wrong batter. But
We just need a strike. That's all we need right
here we go. Gomez ready. Setting up behind home plate is Coy. Looks like he's going to set up on that outside half of the plate. Here comes the pitch.
Oh, got it.
Ooh, and he got it
got it.
right
He did.
down the outside corner, and
Got him
down
looking.
goes Munoz. 3 up, 3 down, 3 Ks for Gomez as we move to the bottom of the first. The Cardinals and the Tornadoes flying around the sky, all tied up at 0. You're listening to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Cardinal Sports.
BTH Services and Rentals LLC is proud to support the Eunice Cardinals. They wish all the young athletes an incredible basketball season and send a special shout out to the class of 2025 seniors. Congratulations on this milestone. Go Big Red. BTH Services and Rentals, proud supporters of all Lee County athletics and academics.
Bart Parker, owner of Redbird LP Gas Company, and his employees are proud of the Eunice Cardinals. Bart, class of 1971, state champions of both basketball and baseball, support the kids in their academics and athletics. And they realize balancing both is challenging, and they appreciate the Cardinals' determination. Redbird knows the Eunice Cardinals have worked really hard to get where they're at, and they're cheering them on all the way. Supporting the Eunice Cardinals, Redbird LP Gas Company.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Cardinal Sports here live in Eunice as the Eunice Cardinals are hosting the Lamesa Tornadoes. Eunice, Lamesa all knotted up at 0 after we finished the top half of the first. As we move to the bottom of the first, Eunice going to come to the plate here. And I thought we were about to get started, but then they threw a couple extra pitches and
Guess so.
chased a couple of extra
catching
balls.
Catcher having a hard time catching them balls out there,
Yes,
too.
I concur. He got a good arm, though. He
Yes, he does.
slung it out there really nicely to second on the throwdown. And so it looks like
And
we're going to be ready.
He's a good
Ready
catcher,
for-
too. He's a
ready for
good-sized
some
catcher as
action.
well.
Yeah, he's
Action.
definitely he looks like a linebacker out there, a West Texas linebacker. Coming to the plate will be Isaac Morales. Morales playing right field here today. A young man has had a pretty good game, pretty good season so far. He leads the team in stolen bases with 11. He's also scored 11 runs on the year. And so
And he's a young
a
Cardinal. He's a
freshman.
sophomore.
Is he a sophomore? I
That's
thought
what
he
this
was a
paper says
freshman.
right here. I don't know.
And you may be right. He drove that one
yeah.
right at the third baseman. Third baseman with a great play on his heels over there, scoops it, and then shoots a rocket across to first to get him down. So Morales goes down on the ground out.
That third baseman was at the right spot. That's all that was.
Yeah.
Nice shot by Morales. But
He scooped up a one-hopper on his heels, planted that back foot, and then fired a rocket across to first. And that'll bring up the senior left-hander Jose Calvillo, the first baseman for this Cardinal team. Calvillo steps in there ready to go,
Ooh,
takes
that's
that
close.
first pitch inside for ball number 1.
that was ball number 1 at his knees, right?
Yeah. Stepping back in there, got his toes right up on the inside of the batter's box. Here comes the pitch, and it's high and outside for ball 2. So 2-0 to Calvillo.
He
Jose.
looks like he wants to hit it.
Yep, he usually wants to. Calvillo back in there.
It's a whole purpose.
He's ready to go. He takes that one high and outside for ball 3. So 3-0 to Calvillo. They just let that ball go to the backstop, and
We
What
got
do you think,
somebody
Rosie?
strolling
Green
over
light, red light, green light.
here. Let's give him the red light right
I
here.
think I'm gonna give him the red at this point of the game, and that way we
Did he
step
balk?
out.
Yeah, the umpire wasn't ready because he had his.
Oh,
He was trying to see who's gonna pick up that ball behind him,
Mm.
and that pitcher wasn't paying attention. So
Pitcher making quick work here. That is trying to see who that is. Xavier Vela, and he takes that one. Is it 3-1 now?
yeah.
yes, sir.
Okay. So 3 balls, 1 strike here. 1 out. Here comes the pitch, and that ball's way outside. So Calvillo gonna hustle down to
He
first.
thought about going to second.
He was thinking about
He
it.
was back.
And so Calvillo earns the walk. And that'll bring up your catcher, Tyson Coy, number 1. He's number 1 in our hearts and on his back as he steps in there ready to go. 1 out, runner on first.
I believe last tournament they were in, Coy got, I think, a tournament player of the tournament, I believe.
All tournament team.
Yes, sir, all
yeah.
tournament.
I noticed Misa Brito has got all tournament in a couple of the tournaments they've played in, and he's not in the starting lineup today, the 8th grader. And there's a big swing and a miss for strike number 1. Yeah,
That's kinda
that was
strange, huh? I
was
wonder
one
if
of the
he's
things
healthy.
that caught my attention when I was looking at the lineup was Brito not being in the starting lineup today because he's had a heck of a season to start this season as an 8th grader. And there's a drive down the
Let's
third
go to
base
third
line.
base.
Third baseman gonna scoop that play. Man, he made a really good play.
Yeah, he
Turned
did.
and got the lead runner in Calvillo on the fielder's choice.
They had to do some research on it because that third baseman's been at the right spot the last 2 times they've hit to him.
Yeah, man, that was a great backhand there, right down the line. Probably 9 times out of 10, that ball rolls to the outfield fence.
Yeah.
And that's easy. That's easy a double there for Coy.
So up comes Fernando Cerna. Young man's got 2 home runs over the fence on the season, and he takes a big swing at that first one and knocks it high and foul right back over the top of us. And I'm fairly certain that that one may have touched a moon. I'm pretty sure it was
And
way
then
up
maybe
there.
a car.
Yep.
You said my car.
And so Cerna back in there ready, takes a big hack at that one, swing and a miss for strike 2. So 0-2 to Cerna.
Got him on that breaking ball.
Yep. The cleanup batter for this Cardinal team. Got Coy standing on first, looking at a big lead, and there he goes, and a chipper
good hit
over
run.
toward third. Here comes the third baseman. He catches it on the run, fires it across. It gets away from the first baseman. Getting a
run
late
comes in.
start going to second is Cerna. And so Coy's going to score. And so Cerna going to get, I guess we could call that an RBI single. It's probably officially an error, but we'll
Yeah.
call it an RBI
Yes,
single.
sir. Unofficially.
And that'll bring up Tyson Jones to the plate. And
Big
so
Tyson.
Yeah, Jones steps up there ready to go.
He's a designated hitter tonight, Mr. Jones.
And he's going to jump over to the left side.
This batter is brought to you by Redbird Garage.
They said Mesa is out due to an injury today.
That's what I figured.
And there's a big swing and a miss for strike number 1.
Hopefully it's a quick recovery, man, because his bat was hot, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, it's two strikes on Mr. Jones real quickly here. With the runner on second, 2 outs. Eunice leads 1-0 against the Tornadoes.
And thank you, Miss Leanne Reeves, for that information. Also had an attorney messaging me, asking me some questions, and if I could talk right now, so I was trying to respond to him and tell him not right now. I can't. And so
I was going to say something about best now. We'll just let it go, boys.
So 1 ball, 2 strikes to Jones as Jones steps back up in there. This swing is brought to you by Redbird Garage as he waited on it. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Rock boogie, oogie, Heath Dean, as Tyson Jones steps back in there. Tyson Jones got a connection to Heath Dean as that's the nephew. So rock boogie, oogie. And here comes the pitch.
Man. Was a bit inside there, bud.
Well, looked inside to me. He called it a strike. So down goes Jones. And as we move to the top of the second, the Cardinals lead 1-0. You're listening to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Cardinal Sports.
The Eunice Clinic is proud to support the Eunice Cardinals. Go Cardinals! You're the pride of Eunice. The Eunice Health Clinic offers many of the same basic services that many local physicians provide. They specialize in sick care for all ages, women's exams, physicals, health education, lab tests, and diagnostic studies. They're proud supporters of athletic and academic events. The Eunice Health Clinic is proud to back the Cardinals. Go Cards! Eunice Public Schools empower students to soar by providing exceptional educational experiences in a safe and nurturing environment. The entire Eunice community comes together to champion sports and academics, fostering a spirit of collaboration and friendly competition. Eunice is a vibrant small town with a strong sense of community and academic excellence where everyone thrives. Eunice Public Schools, prioritizing student success, cultivating meaningful relationships, and striving for academic excellence to transform lives and unlock limitless potential.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of Two Hams Wrestling. And we are live here in Eunice as the Eunice Cardinals
There's just one ham.
are hosting the Tornadoes of Lamesa. I think Lamesa, the Tornadoes, I think that's home territory of our own First Baptist Church preacher, Dennis.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's right.
Yeah, I think that's where Dennis and his fam are from, is over there in the Lamesa area. Mr. Dennis Teeters and his family, great people.
Yeah, I miss sitting by him over the basketball
Yes,
games.
yes. I've told him a couple times we're going to have to get an extra headset and throw him up here. So Rodriguez comes to the plate. He's the designated hitter. He takes that first pitch high for ball number 1. This is Noah Rodriguez. And so he steps up there ready to go. Gomez kicks, fires it toward home, and that ball's right down the outside corner for strike 1. So 1 ball, 1 strike. One thing we have figured out is the ump likes that outside
Yes, sir.
edge to maybe 6 inches outside part of the plate. That is his spot. It was that way in the last game as well.
Yeah,
and
Gomez
that one is,
tripped.
yeah.
Well, off the mound, they're kind of awkward.
So 2 balls, 1 strike.
And that same spot on the outside on the right-handed batter, it's on the inside on the left-handed batter. That's how
Yes.
they called Jones out earlier.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, that's where he likes them, right down that.
It's a sweet spot.
It's
you can
like
say.
that line of the batter's box almost. He likes
Right there.
there, right there.
Yep.
That's it. Yep. So 2 balls, 2 strikes here to Rodriguez. He steps in there ready to go. Noah, we'll see if he can build an arc with that wood or if he swings and misses. Here comes the pitch. Swings. He hits it high and foul.
Play.
He might bring the rain down
Over,
like you said. with
yes,
that
he
one.
might have. As he hit it over into the parking lot, that'll put a ding on somebody's car. Yep. Bunch of those Lamesa fans looking over the back of the bleachers there going, did
Oh,
we
man.
really park right there? We probably should have parked
Their
way
bus is
down
right
the way.
here.
Well, like
Yeah,
now we
yeah.
figured out why all these folks didn't park right there.
They should put visiting parking.
Yes. Yeah. This spot reserved for
For
visitors.
visitors.
That would actually be kind of funny. I mean, some people think my humor is not very funny, but that would actually
The first
be kind
time I
of funny.
went to a junior college baseball game, same thing. It was clear, and I was like, man, why is everybody parking so far back?
Mm-hmm.
Did you park there, Charlie?
I did. And I got lucky. Nobody hit my car.
3 balls, 2 strikes here to Noah Rodriguez. Here comes the pitch. It's right down the middle, swung
Swing and
on and
miss, strike
fouled
3.
off.
Oh, you fouled it off.
Yep. So it bounces off the bat, off the glove, and the batter was going to take off. He jumped in his arc and was headed sailing down to first base.
And the AC was turned off.
All right, all right, all right.
Lacey's my new best friend.
Yep. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Gomez kicks, fires toward home, and it's outside and low
Oh.
for ball 4. The first walk owned or earned by these Tornadoes. So that'll bring up Michael Marino as he heads up to bat, number 5, playing that number 5 spot out there. So
Playing
he's-
that third baseman, he's got a good glove out there.
yeah, this young man has definitely got a glove on the third base and an arm too.
Mm-hmm.
It's big. The runner's got a big lead over there at first. Gomez takes a look at him, then looks toward his catcher. He's going to fire it right down the middle.
Wow, that looked
Kind
good.
of looked like it was kind of high.
Really, man, didn't see it that way.
I didn't either, but I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt. I don't
Man,
want to jump on him too soon. You know what I'm
that
saying?
looked like a good-looking pitch right there, but
The best strike
apparently
I've seen all
not.
night.
So 1 ball, no strikes, and that
Ooh.
one's not a
There
good-looking
you go.
pitch. As
That
that hit him right back there
He
in
said,
that.
"Catch that!"
Hit him in the caboose.
Man, he got him right there in that sciatic nerve. He got some sciatica now.
He ain't got no hands to protect him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there was definitely not 2 hams wrestling on the backside of that one. But anyway, so
We got-
Marino gets hit by a pitch,
We have a visit here, Mr. Jones, early.
and heading out is Tyler Almaguer, as maybe he's just going to try to talk to Gomez, relax him a little bit, as he had 3 up, 3 down, 3 strikeouts in the first inning. And now here we are with a walk and a hit by pitch. So back-to-back walks to open up this second inning. So going to float out there and talk to his pitcher a little bit. If anybody knows a little thing or two about talking to his pitcher, it would be
Yes, he is the
Coach
man for that.
Almaguer.
I think he's had a visit or two
Yeah.
from coaches to the mound when he was out there.
Yeah, yeah. And when they didn't visit with him, his daddy Steve visited.
Oh boy, God, by God, he did. He visited
He would
quite a
visit-
bit.
He'd visit from the sidelines
That's
over there.
right.
He was like, "Son,
Boy.
Yeah, yeah.
who's
he,
that over on the fence back there?"
He probably did a little visit. There is somebody back there on the fence.
Because he wanted to pay to get in and watch the game, huh?
Yeah.
That's how we're gonna be Saturday.
Yeah, that's going to be us. That's where we're going to be broadcasting from. So, coming to the plate is
The catcher.
Zamora. Yes, he's up there ready. Here comes the pitch, and that
Ooh.
one's inside.
Ooh, he almost got him.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I thought he was gonna lean into it, but he did not for ball number 1.
This is Hector Zamora, and they're going to say it did hit him.
What? What?
I don't
Yeah, I don't-
agree with that.
It's a late call.
Who called it?
I
The
don't know.
coach? Because the umpire should have called that right away.
Yeah, I don't know. But anyway,
looked down
he's
and I-
down there. I did too. So now we got the
Hmm.
bases loaded, no outs. We're in the top of the second, and coming to the plate will be number 7, Zarola, Christian Zarola. So 3 straight walks after 3 straight. Oh, and that one almost got him in the head. That ball looked funny coming out of the pitcher's hand.
Let me show you how it looks to hit somebody.
Man, now that one went like behind the batter's head.
We don't encourage violence, but man, that was close right there.
So stepping back up there ready is Christian Zarola. He steps in there. Here comes the pitch. It's right down that inside corner for a strike. So 1 ball, 1 strike, I believe, here to Zarola. On deck is Capetillo, not to be confused with the hot sauce. Is it simply Isaiah? Christian Zarola in there ready. Swings
Ooh,
on an
big swing.
off-speed pitch.
He is so ahead of that. It's insane.
Man, yeah, I thought he swung at it twice. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, bases juiced. Nobody out. A 1-0 game. The Cardinals lead by 1. We're in the top of the second. Gomez trying to battle back. They take a smack at that one. They flip it to short. Short going to get it, and he's going to get the flip. And so a double play there by the shortstop.
Zamora.
That is Zamora. And he flips it over to second base. And
It's Gallegos.
And that is Gallegos. That's right.
Beautiful job by those young men. That 8th grader on second base also.
Yep. Yeah, this Cardinal team's got a couple of 8th graders that play on the varsity that are solid as who'd have thought it. That is Gallegos and, of course, Brito.
That helps us out right there. It gets us out of that jam, getting 2 outs real quick and taking that runner off at second. We have a timeout here. Corey's going to step out and call the play.
He's going to give him a signal. I think you think he's going to throw it down?
You got the cannon
He
for it.
does have the gun.
I'll do it. Why not?
Isaiah Capetillo comes to the plate. Gomez takes a look. He's got runners on the corners. He's going to throw it a big breaking ball high and inside.
I'll quit throwing that pitch. That's the second time it goes out that high. Let's wait up later on in the inning and see if that arm warms up a little bit more.
Yeah, that also if you're trying to throw that runner at first base out,
that's not the one you want to throw.
That ain't the pitch that you want to be throwing.
Throw him a
That's
fastball
slow.
outside.
Yep. So here they come. Here's the pitch.
there
It's
it
right
is.
down that outside corner for strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike to Isaiah Capetillo. Capetillo. Not the hot sauce.
Never heard that last name, have you? Capetillo.
I have not. That is a new
Ooh.
one. There's
There
a
you go, there you
chipper
go.
over toward first.
Calvillo thought about that before
Yeah,
for a
he-
second. He's like,
He had his feet going almost like he does at the dance on Saturday night, but they just weren't quite
Slipping and
moving.
sliding fast enough, huh?
Yeah, them cleats
Wasn't
didn't
no
slide on
sawdust
that
on the
turf.
floor.
That's
Yeah.
right. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs here in a 1-0 game. Runners on the corners. There goes the runner, and it's a high foul ball up over first. Calvillo coming to get under it. He does and makes the catch, and he's going to get them out of the inning as the Cardinals had the bases loaded with no outs, and they come back to get 3, and that'll move us to the bottom of the second. You're listening to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Cardinal Sports.
Did you know that Cardinal Hardware isn't just your ordinary hardware store? They're your one-stop destination for all your hardware needs. As the sole hardware store in town, they take pride in being locally owned and operated, serving the community with dedication and care. Cardinal Hardware is fully stocked with all the essentials you need, ensuring you can find everything you're looking for right in Eunice. Cardinal Hardware in Eunice, another proud sponsor of all Lee County sports and academics.
Eunice is a beacon of community spirit where everyone knows your name and looks out for one another. It's an idyllic haven to raise a family with top-notch schools, a vibrant community, and thrives on sports and academics, and has an unbeatable low cost of living. Want to tap into the heartbeat of Eunice? Google cityofunis.org to unlock a treasure trove of community events, business listings, city maps, and so much more. Experience the magic of small-town living where everyone is welcomed with open arms.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Cardinal Sports. Here live in Eunice as the Eunice Cardinals of Eunice, New Mexico, hosting the Tornadoes.
Lamesa Tornadoes.
Lamesa, Texas.
And the sun's going
Over.
down. You can see the field out there looking nice and
Yes,
beautiful.
looking really good right now. Lamesa over just maybe 20, 30, 40 miles, something like that, south of Lubbock.
Yeah.
Right down that highway between, Lubbock and maybe Big Spring. Anyway, it's on that highway out of there.
Somewhere in Texas, right?
And that'll bring up Andres Serrano as he steps up to the plate, ready to go. He takes the first pitch and hits it high up
Is it
over
out
the
of
catcher.
play?
Catcher trying to get to it, and it's going to find the netting here over the bleachers.
It's going to go in that hole or not?
It's trying to get in there, and it ain't going to do it.
Nope.
Going to have to get that little hook out that they get out and pull on it. See if they can get her out of there. So 0-1 after the foul ball there.
Serrano's playing left field tonight for the Eunice Cardinals. He's a freshman for them.
Yeah. A lot of youngsters on this team.
And like you said earlier, a lot of youngsters, but they're pretty talented youngsters. Man.
Yes.
They're salty.
Yeah.
So that's ball 1, 1-1 here. There's that famous hook there, Mr. Jones.
They threw the hook. Oh, they
There
got
it
the
is.
hook.
Threw
Yeah,
the
that
hook.
is the hook. I see the hook.
I gave him the hook.
Yeah, they're giving him the hook. Here comes the pitch. Swung on,
That's
hit over
it.
towards short. Serrano on his horse. He was skipping over there. A big arm by the shortstop.
He got a
Fires
cannon on him.
Munoz. Jonas Munoz fired one across there. And down goes Serrano on the ground out.
And Munoz looks like, about 6 foot out there, too.
That's a big boy.
Mm-hmm.
Big old boy. That'll bring up Luis Gomez. I don't know that we've got to see Luis Gomez at the plate all year in the games we've covered.
I have
You
not seen him, sir.
Gomez came over late from basketball as they made a deep run in the state playoffs, and he was kind of banged up, had some injuries.
That
And
ankle,
this, I think this is the first time I've got to watch him play this year, is he chips that first one off for foul ball on a check swing.
I think I've seen him pitch one game before this one.
Yeah.
And I have not seen him bat yet.
So Gomez stepping back in there. Last year had a heck of a season on
Yes.
the diamond.
And he ran track last year as well. I think, is he running track again this year?
I'm sure he is. I can't imagine him not running. He's one of the top hurdlers in the state the last couple of
I
years
believe
as
you're
he
right.
takes that one for strike 2. Yeah, Gomez is he's as good a 110-meter hurdle runner as you'll find in New Mexico. Now, Texas, that's a different beast over there. As he bobbed and weaved and jumped out of the way of that one, I might have took it.
Yep, a little curveball there.
Yep. Yep, he was doing the limbo like I used to do at the skating rink back in the late 80s, early 90s.
Say
And
late
he
80s.
swings at that one.
The catcher misses the
Oh.
ball.
Okay, it chipped it
Oh.
off, so it must have been a foul ball. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. As Gomez steps back in there ready to go. Speaking of Steve Almager, I bet he did some limbo at the. And there's a chipper over toward the shortstop. Shortstop on the run, scoops it up, fires it across his body, and he's going to get Gomez, who was hustling down the first base line.
And Gomez is pretty fast. He made
Yes,
that
he
look too
is.
easy.
Yep. Another great play, back-to-back good plays by the shortstop.
The third baseman and shortstop for the Tornadoes have a good gloves out there.
Yep.
So this is Randy, the second baseman for the Eunice Cardinals.
Randy Gallegos.
Gallegos, yes.
He comes out here listening to some Michael Jackson Beat It for his walkout song.
One of them 8th graders.
Just
Huh?
beat it.
And he steps in there ready to go and takes that first one inside for ball 1. So back on the hill, he's going to kick and fire that one. It's hit hard over into shallow right field. It's way high, and the second baseman going to come over and make the catch. So Gallegos goes down on the fly out, and that'll move us to the top of the third. The Cardinals still lead 1-0. You're listening to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Cardinal Sports.
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
Eunice Wrecker and Rental offers professional and reliable 24-hour roadside services in Lee County. Light to medium duty towing and recovery, fuel deliveries, jump starts, lockouts, and tire changes. Eunice Wrecker will also haul off those unwanted vehicles to clean up your property. Eunice Wrecker, over 20 years of experience and fully licensed and insured. Call Eunice Wrecker 575-394-HOOK, 394-4665. Eunice Wrecker and Rental currently hiring Class A CDL and regular drivers for the wrecking yard. Eunice Wrecker, 44 North New Mexico Highway 248, Eunice, New Mexico, MM1.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Cardinal Sports here live in Eunice as the Eunice Cardinals are hosting the Lamesa Tornadoes. Shout out to some of our sponsors real quick. Parker Energy Services, Brett and Penny Parker. BTH Services and Rental, Chad Haller. I've been noticing they're posting a lot about hiring, so if you need a job, you got any athletes that are extremely good on the boys or girls side, come on down to BTH Services and Rental.
A
you
great
know,
place to work at.
That's right.
We'll find you
Eunice
a place
Pump
to
and
live.
Supply, Becky Nogelmeyer, the Brandon Matthews, and all the gang down there. And then, of course, Eunice Health Clinic, Brian, Candida, Elma, Aaron, and all the gang down there. We appreciate you, appreciate all that you do. And so we are starting the third inning here, the top of the third. And stepping to the plate
Turn the music off.
is Gonzalez.
Sorry about that, Jones. They had the
Off.
music playing. They had the battery ready to go. I'm sorry to cut you off.
Her son was hollering at me. I'm like, I didn't turn the music on. I don't know what you're talking about. Here comes the pitch. It's low and outside for ball number 1.
I'm just trying to get this game over with. You know what I'm saying?
Our little fella took off on us.
The music had the DJ walked
the
out on us.
DJ left us. So the DJ got us falling in love again. Here comes the pitch.
Don't be
down
singing
that
no more.
outside. 4 strikes. So 1 ball, 1 strike.
Not your strong suit there, Mr. Jimmy.
Oh man, you don't know.
You're right too. You got a picture in the shower that you see.
Pretty good singer. I need that steam from the shower to warm up my vocal cords. Oh my
Ooh.
goodness.
That's that
ball,
one pitch, boss.
Yeah, that ball just slipped completely out of his hand and went flying into the unknown there.
I think it's those gold helmets.
It throws him off. It's that reflection. Yep.
This is a pinata trying to hit with the baseball, huh?
Beautiful night here at Cardinal Stadium, Cardinal Field, whatever we call it. And there's a swing and a miss for strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Yeah, it is a really pretty night out here right now. Flag just hanging straight down. Sun just getting down below the horizon, so you got that gold sky mixed with the blue. Every now and then the ball just comes out of Gomez's hand strange.
Yeah, kind of awkward.
And that was another one of those. Seems like once or twice a batter
And you see when he throws it, he kind of moves that elbow, extra movement on that elbow. I wonder if he's hurting a little bit.
Yeah.
I wonder
So
if he
2
finishes this
balls,
game.
2 strikes. And there's a swing and a miss. So as funny as it might have seemed, he goes and picks up his 4th strikeout of the ball game as Gonzalez goes down on the strikeout. And that'll bring up number 2. That is Chase Zarola. And I must have missed something.
He struck out last time, sir.
Oh, yeah, I know, but I'm talking about this.
The lineup?
Yeah. So back to the top. And that is first ball is a ball. Yeah, I'm assuming that either Talon Gonzalez or Xavier Vela must have been because they have a DH. So one of those must have been not batting, and that's what threw me off because this is back to the top of the lineup. And I still had somebody else who hadn't batted, but they must have been the DH.
Yeah, the DH, yeah.
Yeah.
Because Rodriguez is the DH for them.
Yeah.
Noah.
But he's up in the middle,
Yep.
so I'm figuring that one of these other 2 must not have batted that are in this lineup that I have.
That's as soon as we get that app they use, it helps us out a lot like it did in softball.
Yeah, that's what would make that app nice for sure. So 2 balls, no strikes here as Gomez changes baseballs out there.
You
Didn't
like the other
something
one.
about that one, yep.
We got some clay on it or something, right?
Yep.
On this turf field.
Or maybe some Brandon. You know, some and there's a ball that's inside, and I'm assuming that's ball 4.
4 straight balls.
So
here comes the DJ with the burger and the Coke. He had priorities, huh?
I'm telling you.
Look at him.
It's like the heck with you guys and the
He
music.
said, "Let
I'm
the
leaving with
music
the
play,
music playing.
boys."
I'm going to the concession stand. He said, I'll take 2 burgers, 2 orders of fries, a large soda, and a milkshake, and let that music play. I'm not worried about that right now. I'll be back
Y'all
later.
just keep dancing.
All right. So big lead on first. They're going to fire back over, and a good throw and a good
Move by
catch
Gomez.
and tag. Yeah, it was a close one. And stepping back up to the plate is Damian Ramos. Young man struck out his first at bat. Zarola has a big lead out there at first. Gomez kind of gives him that turn,
And he's
awkward
going.
eye, and he's going to make a run for it. And Coy came up and got a slow hop.
Charlie knocking on the window.
Yep.
Like, sit down, boy.
It's
That ain't a boy, Charlie, so don't say that.
Yeah.
Huh?
Fan. Just call it a fan.
Yep. So here we go.
Oh,
It's
okay.
1-0 is your score.
Well, I
Big
think it was a
lead out
baseball
there
hat.
at second. And so here goes the
He might go to
Gomez,
third too, huh?
and they're going to step out. And can pause him. Yeah, that young man, Zarola, looks like he can move a little bit for sure.
Oh, you better watch old Coy's arm on third now.
Yeah.
Burn it down there.
Coy kind of bobbled that last one, but yeah, I agree with you. And here comes the pitch and a swing and a miss for strike number 1. How many fingers was he holding? That looked like a lot of fingers.
Yes.
Huh? That ain't how many.
I thought the last one was a strike, but I could be wrong, man.
He had a lot of fingers. See, he's holding his fingers all up again. What did he say that time? Did he say 0-2?
Yep, it was strike
God,
2.
I might have to put my glasses on. So 0-2.
And that's another thing that app can help you with.
Yes.
Pitches and count the
And
strikes.
there goes a strike.
Down.
And so down he goes. All right.
2-away.
And that is right here. That is the 5th strikeout
Yes, sir.
for Gomez, and that'll bring up Munoz.
Their big shortstop, huh?
Yep. Young man with a cannon over there from the shortstop side. He had a strikeout his first at bat. He's up there ready to go. Once again, they've got Zarola with a big lead out there at second as nobody's holding him on. Here comes the pitch. It's high and inside, right over the top of the head of Munoz.
That particular pitch has not been in the strike zone all day, all night.
Yeah.
I mean, I kind of just wouldn't throw that again.
Yeah, it's
always been high or outside or behind him.
Mm-hmm. So Munoz back
He does
in
have
there
a big
ready
lead
to
over there.
go.
Look at that runner on second.
Here comes the pitch. It swung on, hit right back over the top of us, and that may have gotten their bus.
Yep, I'd say so.
They're taking a souvenir.
Mm-hmm. They got a real cool-looking bus back there. It's kind of a neat-looking
But
thing.
I wouldn't have parked it there.
No, probably not. But
Lessons learned, right?
Is that 1-1?
So
Yes, sir.
1 ball, 1 strike showing on the board. Gomez back on the hill. Kicks, fires it toward home, swing on, and a high fly ball
Is that
into
behind the
center
center fielder?
field. Center fielder trying to get to it, stretches out, dives. Oh, he missed it.
Yes, sir. He missed
I
it.
couldn't tell for sure that's what happened. And so that's going to score a run on a triple by Munoz. He gets the RBI triple.
That young man hit that ball and he took off running. He never stopped.
Yep.
Did they get 1 run or 2?
Just one.
Just 1.
Yep. So a triple with an RBI there, and coming to the plate is number 8, Noah Rodriguez, and he steps out there with his bat, flips it over upside down, and writes something in the turf. I've noticed several of them doing that. Maybe a superstition thing. Yeah.
We worked last time for the guy on third, right?
So 2 outs, runner on third.
Ooh, good pitch.
That looked good. And what's wrong
No
with
call, no call, no
And
call.
Rodriguez comes to the plate. Young man walked his last at bat.
that? I wonder why.
As he steps, I mean, his first name's Noah. You know, if you was the ump, you'd be going easy on Noah too.
Part the turf, buddy.
That's right.
Especially after the rain we got over the weekend, right?
Oh, that's not Noah. That's the other guy.
That's Moses. That's parting turf.
There you go.
Yeah, this guy's building,
He's building arcs. That's
Yeah.
right.
and bringing in animals 2 by 2 and all that good stuff.
What's out there, Charlie?
2 by 2.
He'll throw you up in there.
Mm-hmm. So 2 balls, no strikes here to Noah. I think it was Noah that was in the notebook. I think it was swing and a miss
Yeah.
for strike number 1. 2 balls, 1 strike here to Noah. I think that was the notebook, and Noah was one of the guys in the notebook.
Was it, Charlie?
You guys ain't had to be forced to watch that movie like
I think-
500
yeah,
times.
I've seen it, but I can't remember the
Yeah.
Noah.
I kind of slept through it, you know.
Oh, man. I've watched it so many times that I don't get the opportunity to sleep through it. But
This guy.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs.
She nudges you awake the whole time, huh? Puts that shot collar beside you.
Stepping back in there, ready to go. Here comes the pitch. It's going to be high for ball 3. So 3-2. Full count here. 2 outs. Runner on third. We need to get out of this one here, Gomez. So just throw him the juice right down the middle, and if he hits it, he hits it. Here we go. Here comes the pitch. Breaking ball. High and outside. Come out of his hand a little awkward. And that'll send runners to the corners with 2 outs and a 1-1 game. As that'll bring up Marino, number 5. And so he'll come up to the plate. This is the third baseman that's got a glove over there on third.
You got hit last time I bet, right?
Let's see here. Where's my thing?
Yeah, I think
Yep,
you're right.
he got hit by a pitch. So runners on the corners. Oh, there's
Oh
a
my
drive into left field. It's a deep one.
Oh, he misplayed it.
Oh, he
misplayed
did,
it
and he lost
tremendously.
it. Oh, my
That's gonna score
goodness.
2.
Oh, and he's still struggling to get it off the wall. Run scores. The second one scores on a bomb hit to left field. The left fielder was on his horse running forward
Yes.
and then stopped and went, oh, heck,
It's
and
behind
turned
me.
around and started running the other direction.
That was warning track power for that young man.
Yep. That's a 2 RBI double off the wall for Marino, and that'll bring up Zamora, another young man that was hit by a pitch, and we got a 3-1 run. We got a 3-1 game here as the Tornadoes
Easy for you to say.
are sucking the wind out of the Cardinal air here, and that one is going to be outside for ball 1. Stepping back in there, ready to go. Runner with a big lead over on second.
Nobody's-
Swing on and miss.
And there's nobody holding on to the guy on second.
Not at all.
Kind of awkward, huh?
Mm-hmm. And I guess maybe the idea is we'll just concentrate on the
On the
on the
batter.
batter.
That hasn't worked out yet.
So stepping up there, ready. There goes the
Oh,
runner.
and he got hit in the
Oh,
back again, and that's the
man.
catcher.
Yeah.
That hurt. You know, look how he's running all the way around. He hurt. Comes Coach Almaguer out here to talk to the pitcher.
Yeah.
That's
So
first visit
Gomez.
this
And Bubba just ran into the dugout
Yeah.
for the Eunice Cardinals. So I'm assuming we're going to.
So may send Cerna to the hill. Let's see what happens here. Definitely going to do something, it looks like, as
Yeah.
Almaguer's going to run out to the mound. Yep. Cerna's going to come running back out. And I think we might see something different. Let's see what happens here. They're moving folks around. I can see them giving direction, pointing here, pointing there. So it looks like we're probably going to have a pitching change, and we do. Is it Cerna?
Yes, sir. Cerna's going to the
So
mound.
Cerna going to go to the hill. Gomez heading out into center.
Yes, sir. And I think, is that Serrano coming in the. Well, he's coming into the mound, so I don't know what position he's going to. Maybe the third?
Maybe he's
Yeah.
coming to visit.
I don't know.
Yeah, I bet he's coming to third, and the one that was playing center field comes over to left field.
Yeah. So we got a lot of movement going on. We will send it over for a word from our sponsors. You're listening to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Cardinal Sports.
Guns Up Services is a proud supporter of their Eunice community and their Eunice Cardinals. Guns Up Services has been in business almost 14 years and is family owned and operated, located at 2105 Avenue O in Eunice. They're your trusted vacuum truck, winch truck, frac tanks, rental equipment, and dirt work provider. Guns Up Services in Eunice wants to cheer on number 9 Elijah and number 15 Maddox, wishing them good luck this sports season. Guns Up Services, another proud supporter of all Lee County athletics. Parker Energy, family owned and operated since 2006, delivers exceptional transport, pump truck, vacuum truck, and disposal services. Their commitment extends beyond business to supporting Lee County sports and academics. Parker Energy wants to empower young adults to succeed in sports, scholastics, and personal growth. Parker Energy, located at 2350 Avenue O in Eunice, proudly backs Lee County athletics.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Cardinal Sports. A lot of movement, only a few warm-up pitches. Fernando Cerna goes to the hill.
The left fielder wasn't even ready.
Yeah, neither were we. We were still doing commercials, and all of a sudden we looked up, and there's a batter in the batter's box, and we're getting started. We got one ball, that ain't.
Is
Was
it
we in the
2
middle
balls,
of
1
the
strike?
batter?
Oh, it should be 1 ball.
One ball, right?
Yes, sir, 1 ball.
So 1 ball, no strikes here. 2 outs, runners on first and second. We're in the top of the third. They've put 3 runs on the board here already. We've got a pitch and change. Gomez steps off the hill for Fernando Cerna. Bubba comes on the hill, and he's got a 1 ball, 1 strike. Is that right?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir. 1 and 1.
All right. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, 3-1 is your score. Cerna, definitely the Cardinal ace. steps on
Oh,
him,
my
and just as I
goodness.
say that, he almost smacks him in the waist. He thought I said waist, and I said ace, and he tried to waste him.
Oh, you want me to waste him? Here
Yeah.
we go.
The
Oh,
judge
yeah.
said waste him.
Yeah, he said throw it at his waist.
Yes,
and
sir, Your
so,
Honor.
He's on the payroll. I got to listen to him.
He said, all rise, and I'm going to throw this one right at his waist. As
All
had
fun
him
and
doing
games,
the-
I would have heard if it would have hit him.
Advance
he
the
had him
runner
doing
to
the
second,
reverse
third.
limbo there, and that ball's right down the middle.
It was a setup
For the
pitch. That's what
strike.
it was.
So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runners on second and third after the wild pitch earlier, and so a 3-1 game. Cerna. Here comes the pitch. It's right down the middle. Swung on and hit foul. He was behind it, way behind it. Almost got that one by him.
He was in a good spot, too, on the inside on his hands.
Yep.
But he fought it off.
So Cerna steps back on the hill, takes a look at Lord, his catcher. Not Lord, Coy, his catcher. Takes a look at him. Coy looking toward the dugout. Looks like maybe they're changing the signal here as he's ready. Here comes the pitch, and it's low and outside for ball number 3. So we got a full count here to this first batter that Cerna has faced. Definitely making him work for this one. Cerna steps back up there. Coy set up on that very outside part of the plate. Here comes the
There it
pitch.
is.
Swing on and miss. And down he goes.
Get him out of
And
that.
Cerna gets him out of it, but not before they put 3 runs on the board. As we've got a 3-1 game, we move to the bottom of the third. You're listening to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Cardinal Sports.
Redbird Garage is your hometown local mechanic shop specializing in minor and major repairs from oil changes, car washes, brake work, AC repair, and so much more. For more information, call 575-394-8828. Call 575-394-8828. Redbird Garage, 1800 North Main Street is your hometown mechanic shop. Committed to always doing what's right for you and your vehicle. Redbird Garage is a proud supporter of Lee County athletics and academics.
BTH Services and Rentals LLC is proud to support the Eunice Cardinals. They wish all the young athletes an incredible basketball season and send a special shout out to the class of 2025 seniors. Congratulations on this milestone. Go Big Red. BTH Services and Rentals, proud supporters of all Lee County athletics and academics.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Cardinal Sports here live in Eunice. Brought to you by the City of Eunice, Debbie's Country Kitchen, and Cardinal Hardware. So coming up to the plate will be Luis Zamora. Young man is the shortstop for this Cardinal team. A youngster, another youngster, a lot of youngsters, as he steps in there ready to go. Zamora is ready.
And somebody standing right in front of you.
Here comes the pitch. Swung on. Tipped off for foul ball, strike number 1. Coming up. Back in there is Zamora. Kicking and firing. And that ball is on the
Low
outside.
outside.
Half.
Strike number 2.
Strike 2. So Zamora down 0-2.
That last one was kind of iffy, right, Charlie?
VELA, man, he's moving
way
fast, and that one's hit.
Wow.
That ball would have hit him in the chest if it hadn't hit the bat. That ball was
protecting
way
himself.
inside, and he was swinging on that
And I
sucker.
think he hit it over to Senator Gallegos' house.
I believe so. Yeah, he definitely got around on it. Xavier, the pitcher for the Tornadoes, and that one's chipped off foul.
Staying alive hitting that breaking ball.
Staying alive, staying alive. And Zamora will head back up there. He's still 0-2. There's been like 6 pitches thrown, and he's 0-2 is his count. So he's fouled a bunch off.
You gotta stay alive, buddy.
Here comes the pitch. It's hit into left field. He hit it right at the left fielder.
Literally right at him.
And, man, the left fielder took like a step back, a step forward, then settled, and looked like he never even picked his glove up above his, like, waist.
Yeah, it just came right to him.
Just kind of caught it.
Made it look too easy.
And so down goes Zamora on the fly out. And that'll bring us back to the top as Isaac Morales, young man that grounded out his first at bat, steps up there ready to go. Xavier kicks and fires that one. It's going to go off the catcher and roll to the backstop for ball number 1.
There goes Calvillo to pick it up.
Calvillo says, I got it. Mine.
He said, nobody move. Nobody gets hurt.
That's right. Stepping back up there as Xavier. Kicking, firing that one inside for ball 2.
We need runners, Coach.
Yep.
We need runners on.
Lean in, do it. Lean in.
So Morales
let that one go by.
Right down the middle.
That was beautiful, too.
For strike 1. 2 balls, 1 strike on a pitch that went right down, R-A-T, down the middle. And that one's high and inside for ball 3. So 3-1 is your count.
Arkansas is coming at you, Mr. Jones.
And speaking of Arkansas, they've been getting some crazy floods. It has been
Tornadoes,
flooding over
yeah.
there. Yeah, it has been absolutely nuts. Oh,
Wow.
come on, man. That's 2 foot outside.
Wow.
Talking about crazy. That call was crazy.
Crazy.
I think the tornado blew some dirt in his eye. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and there's a hit high
That's gonna
foul
stay in
right up
play.
over the catcher. Catcher trying to get under it, and he does, makes the catch. So down goes Morales on the flyout in foul territory.
It's the second out here in this inning.
Yeah, and that'll bring up Jose Calvillo, a young man that walked his last at bat.
We need some runners, Coach. I'm going to say that until we get some points on this.
Yeah, we're going to need something. Need to get going with something here. As Calvillo, the left-handed first baseman, steps in there ready to go. Got a lot of bling. Can't tell if that's gold in his gloves or what, but I see a lot of bling
It's
down
on
there.
his neck. I think he's like a professional player, don't he?
Yeah,
Professional baseball player.
that
I
too.
think it's like
Mhm.
gold in his gloves.
Yeah, it is
Gold
like some
gloves.
kind of sparkling in the glove.
It's
See
his,
it?
it's his rings and everything
Yeah,
out there.
I'm thinking it might be.
bracelets.
Might be. Looks like he plays for the Atlanta Braves or something. with all
Mr.
that.
T.
Stepping in there, ready to go. Here comes a pitch. It swung on
Oh,
and
yeah.
driven hard right at the second
Oh, my
baseman, who
goodness.
makes a heck of a stop.
Dun-dun-dun.
And
Man, I
Calvillo
should've passed
hustled
over him,
down.
man.
Man, that was a great play by the second baseman. As down goes Calvillo on the ground out, basically.
These Eunice Cardinals are hitting the ball hard, but just straight at their players, man.
Yeah.
That's right. So as we move into the 4th, the Cardinals trail Lamesa 3-1. You're listening to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Cardinal Sports.
Bart Parker, owner of Redbird LP Gas Company, and his employees are proud of the Eunice Cardinals. Bart, class of 1971, state champions of both basketball and baseball, support the kids in their academics and athletics. And they realize balancing both is challenging, and they appreciate the Cardinals' determination. Redbird knows the Eunice Cardinals have worked really hard to get where they're at, and they're cheering them on all the way. Supporting the Eunice Cardinals, Redbird LP Gas Company. The Eunice Clinic is proud to support the Eunice Cardinals. Go Cardinals! You're the pride of Eunice. The Eunice Health Clinic offers many of the same basic services that many local physicians provide. They specialize in sick care for all ages, women's exams, physicals, health education, lab tests, and diagnostic studies. They're proud supporters of athletic and academic events. The Eunice Health Clinic is proud to back the Cardinals. Go Cards!
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Cardinal Sports here live in Eunice as the Cardinals and the Tornadoes are battling for air supremacy. And right now, the Tornadoes are sucking the wind out of the Cardinals. It's 3-1, and we start the 4th inning here. Coming to the plate, I believe, is Capetillo. Young man had a fly out his last at bat. On the hill now for the Cardinals is Cerna. And he fired that fastball right down the outside corner to low, I'm assuming, for ball number 1.
You look good like the last time pitching.
And yeah, I agree. Most of those outside corner pitches we've liked, and he blows that one right past him down the middle for strike number 1. So 1 ball, 1 strike to Capetillo. Isaiah Capetillo. Wasting no time is Cerna, and here comes the pitch, a check swing, and they're going to say he went. So that'll be 1 ball, 2 strikes there to Capetillo as he gave him the checker. Not the checker flag, but the checker swing.
Mhm.
Cerna gonna up,
He stepped out. Was that a timeout or not a timeout?
I
Did he give it
don't
to him or
know.
not?
And
There
there's
it
the one
is.
down the outside
Howdy.
corner, and down he goes. Down goes Capatillo on the strikeout as Cerna picks up his second strikeout in his many batters. And that'll bring to the plate number 17, Talon Gonzalez. He struck out his last trip to the plate, and he heads up there ready. Cerna wasting no time, right down the inside corner, a swing and a miss for strike one. How'd you end up with a baseball?
I got it from Charlie's table.
Oh, yeah? Charlie.
Told you to leave my stuff alone.
And that one's right down the middle. I'm assuming it was a strike? Yes? No?
Mm-mm.
Oh, my goodness.
It looked like a strike from here, but it was not a strike to the umpire, Mr. Jones.
And that one's got to be. There you go.
Same place, wasn't
Man.
it? That's the same spot.
1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. 3-1 is your score. Here comes the pitch.
Oh, got away from him.
Yeah,
on
that one did.
Mhm.
That was uncerna-like.
Yeah, people laughing over there.
Cerna don't do too many of
No,
those.
we don't.
And he kind of fired that one out there. Shout out to Cynthia Mota and the crew all watching. We appreciate you. That ball swung on and missed, and down he goes. And Cerna says, why don't you go to the showers, go have a seat over in your dugout. We'll be with you in a little bit.
You think about it, it's a whole different pace between Gomez and Cerna. Gomez takes his time up there, throws it off, comes at you fast, and Cerna just gets on the mound and throws at you.
Just pitching.
He goes,
He's
catch
a-
it, hit it if you can. If you can't, go sit down.
That's right. So that brings us back to the top of the lineup. Chase Zarola. Young man's had a strikeout and
See?
a walk,
Beautiful.
and he's up there
Beautiful,
ready and blowing that first one by him for strike
Come
number
on, Bill.
1.
Okay, this is Charlie just broke the window here.
Yeah, I'm thinking.
I'm gonna knock a hole in it.
Yeah, everybody wants to stop and have a little visit right in front of the.
We need to put a no standing
That's
zone.
right. If you wanna sit in this section, you can't stand and chit chat with your buddies
Yeah.
about your goggles that are on your forehead.
We've been sitting there all evening, man. Don't want to get up and talk, right?
Move.
It's not the
Get out
7
the
inning
way. Get out the way. Move. Get out. Okay. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here comes a pitch, and he
Got him.
blows that one by him, and down he goes. And Cerna already with his 4th strikeout, as that'll get the Cardinals out of the top of the 4th. We move to the bottom of the 4th. Your score, Eunice 1, Lamesa 3. You're listening to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Cardinal Sports.
Eunice Public Schools empower students to soar by providing exceptional educational experiences in a safe and nurturing environment. The entire Eunice community comes together to champion sports and academics, fostering a spirit of collaboration and friendly competition. Eunice is a vibrant small town with a strong sense of community and academic excellence where everyone thrives. Eunice Public Schools, prioritizing student success, cultivating meaningful relationships, and striving for academic excellence to transform lives and unlock limitless potential.
Did you know that Cardinal Hardware isn't just your ordinary hardware store? They're your one-stop destination for all your hardware needs. As the sole hardware store in town, they take pride in being locally owned and operated, serving the community with dedication and care. Cardinal Hardware is fully stocked with all the essentials you need, ensuring you can find everything you're looking for right in Eunice. Cardinal Hardware in Eunice, another proud sponsor of all Lee County sports and academics.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Cardinal Sports here live in Eunice, as Eunice and Lamesa are doing the battle on the diamond. And right now, Lamesa leads the Cardinals 3-1. And so, looks like we've still got, that's the same pitcher, huh? But
Yes,
on
sir,
the
it's the
hill.
same pitcher.
Yep.
I did notice they moved number 0 over to third, and he was playing short earlier.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just trying to see who they put on short. I wonder if they swapped.
I can't see that
I
far,
can't see
so
from
I don't
either,
know.
so I'll let you know here in a few.
I
Since
just
turned
guessed,
around. That's number 1 out there.
So coming to the plate now will be number 1, Tyson Coy. As Coy reached on a fielder's choice his first at bat. We need to get our bats going. Speaking of,
got to start hitting them.
We're running out of time here, ladies and gentlemen.
yep. In the bottom of the fourth here, or bottom of the fifth. One, two, bottom of the fifth.
Yes, sir.
Fourth. There's a drive over shallow, and it's not. It's going to be foul. I was going to say going to be into shallow left, but there was some shallow Hal.
Well, man, we've been hitting a few. We just got
shallow
to
Hal.
We just got to find some
Somebody
gaps.
catches that at home. Oh, shallow Hal out here.
A little shallow Hal.
There, darling.
That's a unique movie, right?
I'm telling you, it's a great movie. Here comes the next pitch. Swung on, hit right towards short. Short's going to scoop it, trying to throw it across his body. Skips it off the turf, and he's going to get there. Oh,
Wow.
They called him out. It was a bang-bang play. Looked to me like he stepped off the bag.
He did step off the back, but I think he tried to get that back corner.
Yeah.
Yeah, the umpire was
Maybe
in a good
pushed it.
spot.
Well,
Yeah.
part of it is that we only have one umpire. We don't have a first
Yeah,
base.
he's doing the whole field by himself. Yep. And so 1 out as Coy goes down there on the ground out, and that'll bring up Fernando Cerna.
Swing and
And
miss
he
for strike
swings
one.
and misses. Yep. Strike number 1.
This pitcher has our number right now,
He
man.
does. He does. Stepping back in there is Cerna. Here comes the pitch. Swung on and hit
There you go.
hard right down the third
There it
base
That'll get
line.
by.
It's going to
Oh,
go
she got
all the
two.
way to the wall. Cerna makes the turn. He's just kind of strolling like I do when I'm jogging over to the refrigerator to grab me another donut or something out of there. That's right. As he had an easy stroll, an easy like a Sunday morning stroll after a Debbie's breakfast, into second base. Fernando Cerna with the double.
I think our umpire was running harder than he was,
Yep.
trying to get back.
And that'll bring up Tyson Jones as he jumps over to the left-handed side. Young man had a strikeout his first at bat, and this next at bat is brought to you by Redbird Garage. Runner in scoring position out there on second, takes that first pitch low and inside for ball 1. So Cerna with the lead out there on second, being held on by the short. So a big space right there between the third baseman and the shortstop, and that one's high and outside for ball 2.
That'd be nice if Jones can slap it that way, being a left-handed batter. Make it to that gap. Fernando should score.
Yeah. Stepping back up there, ready to go. 2 balls, no strikes. Here comes the pitch. It swung on and hit
Oh, man.
a mile high up over third. Third baseman trying to get to it, and he does, makes the catch. And down goes another. Man, how many of these like sky-high foul
And
balls?
they don't miss them.
And they come over and get them. And so now with 2 outs, a runner stranded right now on second is Cerna. And so now Serrano will come to the plate, Andres.
You think about it, Cerna's taking care of business, man. He's striking people out and hitting the ball.
Mm-hmm.
But now he just needs some help from his teammates right here.
That's right. Got to put some runs on the board.
There it is right there, boys.
There's a hit.
Oh, wow.
Oh, and the center
center
fielder's
fielder.
going to come running up and make a grab as down goes Serrano. And so that'll move us to the 5th, I believe, if my eyeballs can see that far. The Cardinals trail 3-1. You're listening to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Cardinal Sports.
Eunice is a beacon of community spirit where everyone knows your name and looks out for one another. It's an idyllic haven to raise a family with top-notch schools, a vibrant community, and thrives on sports and academics, and has an unbeatable low cost of living. Want to tap into the heartbeat of Eunice? Google cityofunis.org to unlock a treasure trove of community events, business listings, city maps, and so much more. Experience the magic of small-town living where everyone is welcomed with open arms.
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
Welcome back, Rat Now, R-A-T Now. We are here live in Eunice as the Eunice Cardinals trail Lamesa 3-1. We move into the top of the 5th, And the Cardinals just haven't been able to get anything going with the bats most of this game.
That is true, man. They're struggling right now getting that gaps out there.
And they're hitting the ball. I mean, you know, I don't know how many line outs we've got where we've lined just a well-hit ball right at somebody, and how many outs are fly outs. I mean, we're hitting the ball, just not hitting it.
Lamesa has great defense out there right now.
Yeah,
Good
the
defense.
Tornadoes are sucking the wind out of it.
Sucking everything up.
Yep.
Sucking all them balls up, getting outs.
Cerna on the hill. At first pitch, I believe was a called strike.
I believe you're right.
So 0-1 here. Here comes the next one. And that one's low and outside and skips up high off the turf and into the backstop.
You put some fingers up pretty fast, huh?
Yeah. So I believe that's going to be 1 ball, 1 strike here. And so stepping back in there, ready to go. Here comes the pitch from Cerna. And good. I thought that was going to ear hole him.
Man, that guy didn't even move. He wanted that.
He just stood there like, I'll take it in the ear hole.
Hit this gold helmet. It might bust that ball.
2 balls, 1 strike. Here comes the pitch from Cerna. It's hit foul back into the parking lot. That'll ding a window or 2.
Mm-hmm.
Should be 2 and 2, correct?
Somebody will get a souvenir, baseball in the window.
So that'll be 2 balls, 2 strikes here. Trying to see who that is at the plate, I believe.
That's Adam Garcia. I guess he must be a
he's
sub.
a sub, Adam Garcia. He's down on the bottom list there. So he's come in for somebody. And he fouls that one off, staying alive way behind it, but he hits it over toward the high school and stays alive. 2 balls, 2 strikes here to Adam Garcia. No outs. Top of the 5th. Here comes the pitch. It's right down the middle for strike number 3. So down goes Garcia. And Cerna with another K. That's his 5th K since he's been in the ball game.
I think he's almost struck out every batter he's seen, huh? Except maybe 2.
And that'll bring up Jonas Munoz. Young man had a strikeout his first at bat. His last at bat, he had an RBI triple off the wall.
Yep.
And he steps up there ready. Takes a big hack at that one.
It's a different speed from Gomez, bud.
He wanted another triple.
Yep. Yeah, he definitely took a hack at it. So Cerna working quick. Kicks, fires it toward home. That one's hit foul, and he's way behind that one as that one heads over toward the field house and a high school. And so that's going to be a 0-2 count now as Cerna's ahead of this one. Let's see what kind of magic Cerna has here, if he can throw him something to...
I'm on that outside corner.
Yeah, somewhere.
There it is.
Set up over there. Here comes the pitch. Oh, and he throws it back the other way.
Got away from it a little bit, huh?
Yeah, I don't think that's where he meant to throw it. His catcher was set out way out low and outside.
I'm glad that stayed out of the zone.
Yeah. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, wasting no time, Cerna. And there's a drive into right center field. Trying to get to it, diving. Oh, and they miss it. It goes off the wall, and then they chunk it in. It's going to come over to third. And so trying to get there was Gomez, and he stretched out for it like he does for passes on the football field. Just couldn't get to it.
So that's a double for that young man.
Yeah, that young man, he's got a strikeout, a triple, and now a double.
Pretty good at finding the gaps out there.
Yes, he is. And so it looked like did he get a pinch runner? Or did
he
just
all that extra
took all his
gear
stuff
he has on,
off? Okay. So next up is going to be Noah Rodriguez. Young man has walked twice, 2 by 2, with the animals loading them on the arc. And he steps in there for this one and takes that one inside for ball 1.
That was a pretty pitch there, Jones.
Yeah. So 1 ball, no strikes. Here comes the pitch from Cerna. It's right down the middle, swung and hit hard. It's going to be foul.
Lucky us, huh?
Down that first base line. Yep. It stayed just out there. Solid contact made by Noah of the notebook.
I'm going to go home and watch that movie now.
I believe it was the Notebook that Noah was in. I think it was.
I watched the movie, but I don't remember Noah.
Yeah, he was trying to take care of the little lady. And
yeah, you're probably right.
Oh man, there's a drive toward the gap. trying to get there's the right fielder. He kept it from getting in the gap, but it's still going to score one pretty easily. They do get it in fairly quick, but there's an RBI single for Noah.
Man, can't stop that bleeding coming right now.
Yep. And so that'll bring up number 5, Michael Marino. Young man got hit by a pitch and then had a 2 RBI double his last trip to the plate. And so he'll step in there ready to go. Taking a big lead over at first. He's going to hop out there a little more, and there's a swing and a miss for strike number 1. Lamesa right now just taking the Cardinals to the woodshed as they lead 4-1 here late in this ball game.
Well, the difference is they're getting the hits.
Yeah, and they're finding the gaps on those hits.
And they're pretty aggressive on the base path as well.
Yeah, I concur.
They hit a gap, but they're either getting a double or triple. They're not content with single.
Yeah, I concur. So back in there, ready again. Here comes the pitch, low and outside for ball.
The guy on first base is just decoying old Coy.
He's messing with him a little bit.
Makes him want to throw it over to first.
Yeah. So Marino back in there ready to go. Big lead on first. Young man's bouncing around a little bit, and there's a check swing foul over the first base dugout off the top of somebody's car. Got a little
windshield break.
That's some hail damage. Anytime there's tornadoes around, you got to be careful for hail damage on your cars.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
That wasn't me, Charlie.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Here goes the pitch, swing and a miss, and down goes Marino.
That was perfect time. It's like I looked over who did that.
And so another strikeout for Cerna, and that'll bring up the next batter, and I can't tell who that is. I think it's supposed to be Zamora, but I'm not sure they didn't sub. It is 12,
yes,
so it is Hector Zamora. He's got hit by a pitch every time to the plate today, and so don't hit him, Fernando. No Bubba Love. Don't throw nothing at him. So he fouls the first one off, and it'll be 0-1.
That'd be frustrating. Every time you go to bat, you get hit.
Yeah. And he got hit that one time just solid right in the back. I was like, man, that hurt me just watching. So 0-1. Here comes the pitch. Oh, they throw it back over to first, and it gets through, and it's going to roll to the fence.
So the runner got to second,
because it went in the dugout. Yeah, so they're going to send him. And so
Coach Almaguer out to come talk about that.
Yeah.
I mean, what it is, when they threw it over the first, it came off the helmet of the batter.
So coming out is Coach Almaguer. He's going to talk to the umpire. And the umpire now the umpire is going to go over and talk to the coaching staff of the
that umpire's moving pretty fast. We're calling 2 games.
Tornadoes. Yeah, his little legs are going.
That young man is doing a good job out there all by himself.
Well, he's all by himself. I know that much.
What the hell was that?
The kid's probably down underneath hitting that beam.
I hope it wasn't the kid's head that hit it.
Man, I thought the
lightning struck us.
Man, I thought the press box was fixing to fall.
On that side, maybe.
That scared the heck out of me. Man,
what are y'all trying to say?
Man, it sounded like somebody hit the press box with a truck or something.
Yeah, it's loud.
The whole thing rattled. It shook my buns up here.
That one
Man,
bun.
Shook your bun.
He shook the bun, hot dog bun.
Oh, they brought him back to first. So.
Yeah, they're bringing him back. Man, that scared the heck out of me. I thought you guys all acted normal.
Somebody hit one of them poles pretty hard.
Yeah, like with something like a bat or something. It was like the whole press box just rattled like.
So after that long discussion, they brought the runner back to first.
Yeah. After my
bun shaking,
because I thought the press box was about to fall. The whole thing shook and it went boom. Anyway,
strike number 2 on Zamora.
So 0-2 to Zamora. Man, that scared the heck out of me. I thought the thing was falling.
They're coming. They're
I'll
coming.
tell you a story about going camping one time. Oh, Lordy.
0-2.
Talk about things falling.
Runner on first. Here comes the pitch, and it's outside for ball one. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Charlie and his
You
stories.
ever been in the pop-up camper?
Yeah.
So me and my wife was on one side, and her dad was on the other side,
All right,
and
then.
it fell off in the middle of the night.
Oh, there's a drive into left field. It's deep.
Oh, that's
It's
a
going to
third
skip
ball.
off the wall.
That's scoring one at least.
Yep, they're turning. They're trying to get in. They carry it. They held on to it for. Oh, the
he
runner
tripped.
falls down.
Taggy.
Oh, they got him on the. He pulled
He
his
stepped
hand
off,
off,
yep.
and they did get him. And the runner fell down coming around third base. He was headed toward home. He tripped about halfway down the line.
Somebody
And then when he
sniped
was
him, huh?
trying to run back to
I think he
third,
tripped over that white line out
yes,
there.
he dove back in and beat the runner
Then
to
pulled his
third.
hand off.
Yeah, the base. Anyway,
Yeah.
he got back there, but then he pulled his hand off as he slid past it, and down he goes. So with that said, we'll move into the bottom of the fifth. The score 4-1. Eunice trails. You're listening to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Cardinal sports.
Guns Up Services is a proud supporter of their Eunice community and their Eunice Cardinals. Guns Up Services has been in business almost 14 years and is family owned and operated, located at 2105 Avenue O in Eunice. They're your trusted vacuum truck, winch truck, frac tanks, rental equipment, and dirt work provider. Guns Up Services in Eunice wants to cheer on number 9 Elijah and number 15 Maddox, wishing them good luck this sports season. Guns Up Services, another proud supporter of all Lee County athletics. Parker Energy, family owned and operated since 2006, delivers exceptional transport, pump truck, vacuum truck, and disposal services. Their commitment extends beyond business to supporting Lee County sports and academics. Parker Energy wants to empower young adults to succeed in sports, scholastics, and personal growth. Parker Energy, located at 2350 Avenue O in Eunice, proudly backs Lee County athletics.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Cardinal sports here live in Eunice as Eunice is hosting the Tornadoes of Lamesa, Texas. And so the Cardinals trail here 4-1. We're late in this ball game. I think just trying to squint real hard and see out there. I think this is the bottom of the fifth.
Correct. And like you said, we're running out of time, Mr. Jones.
Yes, definitely.
Time to start hitting the gaps.
So coming to the plate for the Cardinals is going to be Luis Gomez, the senior. He had a ground out his first at bat. Man, this Lamesa team, you got to give credit where credit is due, and their defense has just been solid to this point. So let's see if the Cardinals can maybe find some gaps here in this defense, as they've been unable to for the first 5 innings, or 4 anyway.
And this is Gomez, what, second time in the bat?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, this is
Yeah,
only
the
his
fifth
second
inning.
time as that ball is called a strike. So 1 ball, 1 strike here. Yeah, I don't know what somebody hit the bottom of this press box with a while ago, but I think it was like a bat or something.
Had to be a
There's
bat.
a chipper. The third baseman's going to come running in and fires it across. And, man, he gets Gomez, who was on his horse, at third baseman, with a heck of a glove play and a heck of a cannon shot across
Yes,
to get
sir.
Gomez.
He started at shortstop this game. They moved him over to third there for the Tornadoes. And that kid, he's a ball player, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, man, defensively,
Yes.
this team right here is as solid as anybody we've seen this year.
Mm-hmm.
They definitely are getting it done on the defensive side. And so that'll bring up Randy Gallegos. As Gallegos had a fly out his first at bat, the 8th grader, as he steps back up there ready to go.
8th grader starting for varsity up here for the Eunice
Mhm.
Cardinals.
And he takes that one outside for ball 2. So 2-0.
The catcher goes out and gets that ball, oddly
Mhm.
enough.
Yep. Yeah, because he hadn't chased too many balls.
Mhm.
Usually if he misses it,
He just
he
looks
just
back.
sits there and waits for somebody to give him a ball. So 2-0 to Gallegos, and he takes that one right down the middle. It seemed like maybe he had the take sign because he was leaned over eyeballing it the
he's
whole
ready.
way.
Plus, it's very low, so.
Yeah. 2 balls, 1 strike here, 1 out. A 4-1 ball game. Eunice.
Ooh.
Doing the limbo.
Man, in a game this close, I think you might have to just take it. Like some of them softball players do all the time.
Mm-hmm.
They don't move at all.
They don't even try to move.
Them girls are
there.
tough.
Mm-hmm. Oop. And there's another one way inside. And they say that's ball 4. So Gallegos will head down to first as he earns the walk. And he gives the Cardinals what they need, and that is some base runners. And that'll bring up Luis Zamora. Zamora, the shortstop for this Cardinal team, with a fly out his first at bat. And so Gallegos already over there with a lead at first.
The big lead for his size.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that one's fouled off. Kind of a strange looking.
It's kind of like the one you said earlier. He protected his chest there on that one.
Yeah.
I thought he was going to bunt, trying to get him over to second, but because they're both pretty fast. Zamora and Gallegos, but.
And that third baseman's way deep.
Mm-hmm.
So the first baseman's holding the runner on. So it would have definitely been an interesting time to do it for sure, as they take that one high and inside for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. This is a mini boogie oogie.
Mini boogie oogie.
Mini boogie oogie.
So it's just 2 boogies.
2 boogies and a oogie. But
He said in an oogie.
and there's a chipper
man.
over towards short. Short scoops it up. They're trying to turn 2, and they're not going to get the second one. They do get the first
Beautiful
one.
job by Gallegos taking out that guy on second.
Yeah.
That looked like a pro league right there.
Yeah, and so reaching is going to be Zamora on the fielder's choice. And so that'll bring us to the top of the lineup to Isaac Morales. Young man had a ground out and a fly out, and he's back up there ready to go. Here comes the pitch. It's hit hard over toward the gap. We've needed one of those. They're going to turn the runner, and they picked that ball up. I thought he dropped it, and he didn't. And he makes a good play. Then
they're aggressive. I'm telling you, those kids.
And they don't miss it.
No, I tell you what, this Tornado baseball team can throw that ball and whip it around the field.
Like a tornado.
Yes.
Look at the infield all the way around. They're at least 6 foot all the way around.
Yeah, they definitely
They got some arms on them.
Good gloves, good arms.
I think he's going to throw it over to second, try to get him out.
Yeah.
This is Calvillo. Big
Big
lefty.
Big old farm boys.
So 2 outs here. Runners on second and third, and Calvillo comes to the plate. The Cardinals trail by 3, 4-1. We needed here Calvillo, the senior, and he takes those first 2 pitches for ball 2. So 2 balls, no strikes here to Calvillo.
They're staying away from him, huh?
See if they come back to this other
There
side
it is.
this time, and he drives that one into left center field. They're trying to get to it. It's going to find the floor, and it's going to bounce over. And so 2 runs are going to score on the ground rule double by Calvillo. What a shot by Calvillo. 2-run score as the 2 youngsters stroll across home.
And we're within 1 point.
And that actually helped the Tornadoes. If that ball would have gone over, it would have been a tied game.
Yep.
So here come the Cardinals, boys.
Yeah, so a 2 RBI double.
Coach is going to have a little chat with the pitcher.
He's going to be changing the pitcher. He's going to put the
Going to bring the save man out there probably. Yeah, he is moving some folks around.
number 28 out to left field.
And for the Cardinals, Tyson Coy will be coming to the plate, I believe, unless we've moved people around. I want to shout out to some of these sponsors. We talked about some of them earlier. Lavelle Insurance, Redbird Garage, Josh and Erica Jones, NMR Pipeline, the Bettis family, Miss Stacy Pop and all the gang down there, Redbird Gas, Mr. Bart Parker. He was here earlier watching that JV game. Guns Up Services, Ben and Nina, and the Thompson family. We appreciate you, and our thoughts and prayers continue with them. Great people for sure.
All the time.
Outlaw Grill and Bigot and Me Pizza. Had me a pizza buffet today for lunch with Mr. Johnny Robertson, former Eunice Cardinal, and a great guy. Definitely a big part of the community. You know, I think all the time, I know that sometimes we as a community get frustrated with different things that happen, but I think about when I was in high school and we had no pizza place, we had no Outlaw, And man, when that pizza place came in there and we were able to stroll down there and
Oh,
get us
yeah.
a pizza, it was like Christmas.
Yep. Any time
Oh,
of the day.
year
And not only
round.
that, but they bring it to your house.
Oh man, it was amazing, and I mean, just a neat deal that family's kept it going, and Johnny's kept that stuff going, and I know sometimes people get frustrated over different things, but man, a shout out to Johnny and Outlaw Grill and Big of Meat Pizza, Eunice Recker, John Dean and Maureen Davis, man, just great people. Do so much for the community, the whole Davis family. And then, of course, Badger Hydrovac, Mr. Shane Williams, big supporters now of the Eunice Cardinals, and we appreciate them as well. So we've got a pitcher change. Looks like number 5 is going to go to the hill, which is Michael Marino. He's that young man that was playing third base at the beginning of the game that we were talking about, scooping hits up down that third base line at the beginning of the game.
Maybe he tired his arm out.
Throwing it across the diamond.
You got a beautiful breaking ball, you can tell from here.
Yeah.
So let's see if you can capitalize here.
So Tyson Coy heads to the plate, son of Matt, and he's ready to get her going. And Matt and Carrie, some great folks here in the Eunice community as well. Matt, part of our school board.
Mm-hmm.
And so here we go. Here comes the pitch. Big breaking ball. Man, that was a good looking.
When he was warming up, man, it looked beautiful. So
that was a good looking curveball right there. Wow. So Marino has got what I call a yanker ball. Is that one yanked all the way across there? Big breaking ball. And then comes back with a fastball that skips off the catcher all the way to the backstop. And so easily into third is Calvillo. And so now the tie-in run stands on third base.
Don't do that again. Calvillo will be across that home plate.
Yeah, man, let's do that again. 1 ball, 1 strike to Coy with Calvillo, the tie-in run, standing on third. I look for that big breaking ball again. I think it's coming right here. He set it him up on the outside, and there they threw it to him. It's a chipper over to third. Third baseman scoops, fires it across, and they gun him, and they saved the run.
That ball just ripped that glove.
Did it?
Yes, look at it.
Wow, it tore up the first baseman's mitt as they're over there looking at the mitt. And anyway, the Cardinals score 2. They still trail 1. It's 4-3 as we move into the 6th, the 7th. I can't see. 6th. All right, so we move into the top of the 6th. You're listening to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Cardinal Sports.
Redbird Garage is your hometown local mechanic shop specializing in minor and major repairs from oil changes, car washes, brake work, AC repair, and so much more. For more information, call 575-394-8828. Call 575-394-8828. Redbird Garage, 1800 North Main Street is your hometown mechanic shop. Committed to always doing what's right for you and your vehicle. Redbird Garage is a proud supporter of Lee County athletics and academics.
BTH Services and Rentals, LLC is proud to support the Eunice Cardinals. They wish all the young athletes an incredible basketball season and send a special shout out to the class of 2025 seniors. Congratulations on this milestone. Go Big Red. BTH Services and Rentals, proud supporters of all Lee County athletics and academics.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Cardinal Sports here live in Eunice as your Eunice Cardinals trail 4-3 here. And we're in the 6th inning, getting ready to start the 6th as the Cardinals stranded 1 on third there. That would have been the tying run. And so, but overall a better inning.
Yes,
with
we
2
got
runs.
some.
Yeah.
Got some runs in, got some hits in. Now we got to play good defense here, keep it close.
Yeah. So Cerna still on the hill for the Cardinals. He came in, since coming in, he's got 6 strikeouts. And so, he came in, I think after they had that 3-run
Correct. You
inning.
are, sir.
And At one point, they had the bases loaded, no outs, and Cerna came in and put the shutdown on them. And since he's stepped on the hill, they've scored 1 run. So we'll see if he can keep that going or better as we head into the late innings here. I didn't see the number on the batter here, as I know there's been some changes. That is
7.
number 7. And so 7 is Zorola.
Their center fielder.
He struck out, lined out in his at-bats here today. Here comes the pitch. It swung on and hit way high over toward... Oh, the first baseman was trying to get there. You know what's crazy about that? Yeah, that's a tough one. But, you know, Calvillo's out there almost farther. It's almost a farther run for him than the right fielder.
And he got there a different angle as well, running backwards.
Yeah, he's kind of grabbing his shoulder coming back in, too, rubbing that right shoulder, so not a good deal. So 0-2 is the count. Cerna back on the hill, kicks and fires that one down that outside corner, and he doesn't make that call. So he calls that one or lets it go and calls it a ball.
He wants more baseball, I guess.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Kicking and firing is Cerna. That one's outside for ball 2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes here.
That thing shakes like crazy. That is Charlie over there.
There's a check swing, and he's going to get him, and so down he goes. Cerna picking up his 7th strikeout in the last couple of innings, last few innings anyway, and that'll bring up number 3, Isaac Flores, to the plate. 1 out here. We are in the top of the 6th, a 4-3 game. The Cardinals trail Lamesa, Texas by 1. Here comes the pitch. It's right down that outside corner for strike number 1. So 0-1 is the count. Flores at the plate. Cerna on the hill. Cerna kicks. He fires it toward home. It's swung on.
Foul ball, thank God.
Man, I tell you what.
I'm glad it was foul.
That was probably the best I've seen somebody get around on a Cerna pitch right there, because that was a fastball, and he ripped that thing right down the third base line. But ultimately, it results in strike 2.
Yeah,
so
0-2 strike.
And so Cerna wasting no time. He's ready to go. He gives him the head shake. Yes. He's going to kick and fire. Big breaking ball down that inside edge, and they don't give him the call.
Just a bit high, I guess.
So 1 ball, 2 strikes here.
That was such a pretty pitch.
Back in there, ready to go. Here comes the pitch. It's right down the middle, swung on, and man, he had that guy in the on-deck circle bobbing and weaving. Looked like Floyd Mayweather.
That would have
out
hurt.
there.
I think that would have hurt.
He ran out of balls out there, too.
Yeah, he was on his horse trying to get out of the way. And so 1 ball, 2 strikes still after a couple of foul balls here. Cerna back. Coy's going to squat down there behind home plate. I don't even think he got set up. Here comes the pitch, and that one's off the knuckles. And they're going to throw it over toward first. They do. Oh, and the ball comes out of the glove.
Of the catch, of the first baseman, because he had to throw it over the runner's head.
Yes, he had to reach over the top of the head. And the ball got there in time. Calvillo just couldn't hang on to it as it went right over the head of the batter who was running down the baseline.
Probably blended in with that gold helmet, huh?
So, yeah, that was actually a strikeout turned runner on first on the error. And so coming to the plate for the Tornadoes, I didn't see the number this time.
That's number 1.
Number 1. So we are at Xavier Zorola, and that first pitch is in there for strike 1.
I guess that's a strike every other batter.
So 0-1, 1 out, runner on first on the error. 4-3 score. Cerna kicks and fires. That one's low and inside for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out to Xavier Zorola. Big lead over at first. Cerna kicks, fires it toward home. It's check swing over toward first. Calvillo dove to try to knock it down. They flip it to first. They're not going to get there in time. is Calvillo tried to dive and knock it down, and he knocked it back toward the second baseman. And so that'll be a single, I would say, for that young man.
It's not looking good right now, boys. We only got one out, runners on first and second for the Tornadoes.
And what was the number on this one? I didn't see him either. I looked down, runners on first and second. Here comes the pitch.
Number 2.
Swing and a miss.
That ball.
Number 2 is Chase Zarola. So this is back-to-back Zarolas. Zarola on Zarola crime here. As runners on first and second. And this Zarola has he's got a strikeout, a walk, and a strikeout. So he is stricken twice, and then he walked once. And that one's down that outside edge of the plate. I think that was a called strike.
Yes, sir, he did call that a strike. It's our favorite sweet spot out there.
So Zarola going to step back in there. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. A 4-3 ball game. Runners on first and second. The Cardinals trail by 1. Cerna on the hill. Swing and a miss. And so down goes that Zarola on the strikeout.
Number 10 coming up.
Mr. Garcia.
That's 9 strikeouts for Cerna. And so 10 is Garcia as he steps back up there ready to go. He did strike out his last at bat. 4-3 game. Looks like everybody's looking over toward.
Tornado step out for special instructions on the dugout.
Looking over toward Almaguer for some some guidance. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike number 1.
That's good advice right there by Coach.
Yeah, whatever advice that was, if that's what it was, that was good advice. So 0-1, 2 outs, 4-3 score. Runner on first and second. Not Ramos. Who did we say? Garcia.
Garcia fouls it
That's
off over
a
here.
foul ball.
He's
for
way
strike
late on
2.
that one.
So
that ball made it all to the field house.
Yeah, I think you're right.
If we get out of this jam, we're going to be in good shape there, Mr. Jones.
Yeah, we need to see if we can get out of it right here.
1 more strike.
0-2. We need some Cerna magic right here. Young man played all them years of Little League. We need it right here, and that one's high.
You had to pitch to waste. We're okay.
Daddy built him a shop down there with an indoor pitching thing in it that he'd been putting in a lot of work through the years, and we need that magic right here. Here comes the pitch, swung on and hit foul right up over the top of us. So trying to stay alive is Garcia.
Oh, that breaking ball there, Bubba.
Give it to him, Bubba.
That's not cool.
Trying to gather up some
baseballs.
baseballs.
Umpire was low on balls.
Cerna steps back on the hill, takes a look at Coy. Likes the signal, shakes his head yes, and here it comes. It's right down that outside corner, and down goes Garcia. Another strikeout. That is strikeout number 10 for Cerna. And we will move into the bottom of the 6th. The Cardinals trail by 1, 4-3. You're listening to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Cardinal Sports.
Bart Parker, owner of Redbird LP Gas Company, and his employees are proud of the Eunice Cardinals. Bart, class of 1971, state champions of both basketball and baseball, support the kids in their academics and athletics. And they realize balancing both is challenging, and they appreciate the Cardinals' determination. Redbird knows the Eunice Cardinals have worked really hard to get where they're at, and they're cheering them on all the way. Supporting the Eunice Cardinals, Redbird LP Gas Company. The Eunice Clinic is proud to support the Eunice Cardinals. Go Cardinals! You're the pride of Eunice. The Eunice Health Clinic offers many of the same basic services that many local physicians provide. They specialize in sick care for all ages, women's exams, physicals, health education, lab tests, and diagnostic studies. They're proud supporters of athletic and academic events. The Eunice Health Clinic is proud to back the Cardinals. Go Cards!
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Cardinal Sports. Here live in Eunice, as Eunice is hosting the Tornadoes of Lamesa, Texas. We're in a 4-3 ball game here in the bottom of the 6th. The Cardinals trail by 1 and coming to the plate.
It's Mr. Cerna.
It's Cerna, yeah. So Fernando Cerna. He's got an RBI single and a double in his 2 trips to the plate here today. Young man leads this team in home runs for the year, and we could use one of them magic home runs right now. Also came in pitching for this team.
He's kept Eunice in the game, I'll tell you that much.
I
on the mound with the bat.
Here comes that first pitch, and man, that went like over the top of his helmet.
Look like they're trying to hit his bat, huh?
Yeah.
Trying to foul
It's
him
amazing how many people you see duck down like that, and the ball hits their bat and rolls out there like a bunt.
It's fair play.
Yep. So 4-3, here comes the next pitch, and that one's a big breaking ball right almost on the bill of his cap.
For ball 2.
For ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes here.
Yeah, Fernando duck in there too.
Yeah, this young man can throw a breaking ball that moves 3 or 4 feet. It definitely moves a lot, and there's a chipper right at shortstop. Shortstop going to scoop it up like a Hoover vacuum cleaner and fire it over to first. And if there's one place you don't want to hit it, it's on that left side of the defense. And so down goes Cerna on the ground out. I tell you what, that and hopefully they'll make me eat my words here in a minute, but you don't want to hit it to the shortstop or the third baseman on this team. They will scoop that sucker up and fire it over there. And so that'll bring up Tyson Jones. Jones comes to the plate.
He's due for a hit,
on
man.
that left side. Yes, he is. And so is Redbird Garage. And so Jones steps in there ready, and he drives that one to the moon over first base. First baseman going to get under it and make the catch as Jones goes down with his back-to-back high fly balls.
Straighten that out, man. That would have gone a long way, Jones.
Man, he hit it hard. He just hit it way into the air. And so now 2 outs here. And Andres Serrano comes to the plate. Young man is grounded out. He's hit a fly ball out. And so he is due as well. 2 outs here. We need something big from this young man. Cardinals need a run here. The linebacker catcher from the Tornadoes runs out to talk to his pitcher. And he's going to run
He's gotten
back.
hit like a linebacker tonight with that baseball.
I tell you, that's a big old boy. He takes a seat out there behind home plate. Here comes the first pitch, and that's a big breaking ball. And
umpire did not see
Broke too far.
man, I guess he called it a ball, huh? Wow. I try to call a spade, and
Boy,
that
that
looked
was
like
a
a heck
strike,
of a pitch.
100%.
But we'll take it. As Serrano is back in there ready to go. 1 ball, no strikes. The next pitch is
There
hit
it is.
hard into left field. And that was a shot. A frozen rope right at the left fielder. It skips off the turf about 5 foot in front of him. And Serrano stands on first, representing the tie-in run of this ball game. And now Luis Gomez, the senior, started off on the hill for the Cardinals here today. And, man, he represents the go-ahead run with 2 outs. Let's see if the senior can do some work here against the big breaking ball thrower. Here comes the big breaking ball. It's going to get away. Trying to run, and he gets a late start, but they throw it into center field. But a great backup job there. As they do keep him, but he's going to reach second.
I guess that's a good gamble, right?
Yes. So now the tie-in run in
We'll have a pinch
scoring
runner here too,
position.
Coach. Sorry to cut you off. We have a pinch runner here.
Let's see what. That's what it's going to be. Is I believe they're going to send Hyan Castro. Is that Hyan?
Let's see, number 8, correct?
Oh, it's Elijah Melanson.
I believe so.
Or is it Hyan or Elijah?
Let's see what the number is. I think it looks like 8 to me.
8 would be Elijah Melanson. 6 would be Hyan Castro. I can't tell. I can't tell for sure. He built like Hyan, but the number looks like Elijah. So stepping in there ready is Luis. They're going to throw back at him, and man, that was a close one.
Almost got him.
Almost picked him off, whoever it was.
Thank God we don't have a second umpire out there.
The guy stands and walks like Hyann. That would be my guess. Here comes the pitch. Right down that inside corner for strike number 1. 1 ball, 1 strike to Luis Gomez. Tying run standing on second base. And I think it's Hyann, but I'm not sure. Well. And there's one that's right down the middle for strike number 2. Luis watched 2 go right down the pipe.
2 pretty pitches, man.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Comes that big breaking ball, right?
Yep, it's coming. And they're going to try to hold him on this time. They're back there setting up on the base. They're going to worry about the batter, and big breaking ball is going to get away, but the the runner was already headed back towards second.
That catcher kept the ball in front of him as well, so.
He did. He knocked it down. Did a good job there because that was a big breaking ball that got in the turf out in front of home plate. The catcher was able to plug that hole like a linebacker and keep it in front of him. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Rock boogie, oogie, oogie, Heath Dean. And a swing on, a miss. Ball gets away. They throw it over to first, and they're going to get him. And so, dang it, that'll move us out of the 6th, into the 7th. The Cardinals trail by 1, 4-3.
Got to get it done here.
You're listening to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Cardinal Sports.
Eunice Public Schools empower students to soar by providing exceptional educational experiences in a safe and nurturing environment. The entire Eunice community comes together to champion sports and academics, fostering a spirit of collaboration and friendly competition. Eunice is a vibrant small town with a strong sense of community and academic excellence where everyone thrives. Eunice Public Schools, prioritizing student success, cultivating meaningful relationships, and striving for academic excellence to transform lives and unlock limitless potential.
Did you know that Cardinal Hardware isn't just your ordinary hardware store? They're your one-stop destination for all your hardware needs. As the sole hardware store in town, they take pride in being locally owned and operated, serving the community with dedication and care. Cardinal Hardware is fully stocked with all the essentials you need, ensuring you can find everything you're looking for right in Eunice. Cardinal Hardware in Eunice, another proud sponsor of all Lee County sports and academics.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Cardinal Sports. Here live in Eunice, the Cardinals trail Lamesa 4-3. We're in the top of the 7th. Fernando Serna, a.k.a. Bubba, on the hill.
And we've had opportunities. That last inning, we had a great opportunity to come in and at least win the lead or come into the lead here in the 6th inning, but we didn't do nothing, man. We've been struggling at the plate tremendously, Mr. Jones.
Yeah, we've had you put 2 runs on the board that last inning or inning before last, whatever it was, and 1 in the first, and have left quite a few runners stranded. Just hadn't quite been able to get the bats going, and so Serna on the hill. Here comes his first pitch. Take that one. I'm assuming it's high. At the plate is Jonas Munoz. Young man had a strikeout, a triple with an RBI and a double his last 2 trips to the plate. As he steps back in there ready to go, here comes that first pitch. It's driven hard into center. It's way back. It's going to go off the wall.
Misplayed that completely.
And it comes skipping all the way back almost to second base as he's in for another double. I thought that one was out of here.
Me too. Hit the top of the wall out there like you just said. Gomez misplayed it 100% on that one. Luckily, Morales was backing him up, getting off that big bounce.
Man, that was a rocket shot off the wall in the air. The ball never got more than about 15 foot off the turf.
It's just a rocket.
Just a line drive rocket that, before I could even say that he hit it, it was hitting the wall out in dead center field.
Here comes the designated hitter, right, Noah? Mr. Nobuck?
Yep, that is
Number 8.
Number 8, Noah Rodriguez. Young man's walked twice. He had an RBI single his last at bat, and he steps up there with a runner in scoring position. No outs in a 4-3 game. Here comes the first pitch, high for ball 1.
And that young man on second base gets a huge lead. He's almost all the way to third and heads back to second.
Yeah, there's nobody holding him, so he just keeps on scooting. Now the Shortstop scooted over a little bit, and he takes that one right down the middle for strike one. 1 ball, 1 strike here to Noah from the notebook. He steps in there ready to go. Thinking about it. Still thinking about it.
Behind us.
Still thinking about it. Shortstop going to start sliding over, and what did we have there?
The batter called timeout.
Oh, did he?
Yep.
Man, the pitcher was in his
motion.
In his motion.
Most of the times, the umpires don't really allow him to have that timeout. They let the pitcher, since he's already coming home.
Wow.
Exactly.
Wow, strange situation there. 1 ball, 1 strike. Cerna back on the hill. Here comes the pitch. It's right down that inside corner, and they call it a ball. So 2 balls, 1 strike. In a 4-3 ball game. Runner on second. You're right, no outs. The Cardinals trying to stay alive here. Now 3-1 is Cerna. That half throw
kind of threw him off, right?
Kind of threw him off. Kind of looked like that frustrated him, and the last 2 pitches have kind of reflected that.
Spent a lot of time to get that win on second.
And there's a chipper right back toward the pitcher. Pitcher going to scoop it up, fires it to first, and they get him, and he fell down.
What I didn't like about that runner was way inside on the infield.
Yeah.
I mean, he was trying to cover up the ball or something.
Keep it where he couldn't fire it ball down the line. So Cerna did a really good job of hustling up, picking that ball up, and then firing it over and getting the lead runner.
But he did move the runner to the third, so.
Yep, you are right. And so that'll bring up, I believe this is going to be Marino unless they've subbed.
Number 5, Michael Marino.
And so he steps in there ready to go.
Oh, that was a
young man's he got hit by a pitch. He had a 2 RBI double and then a strikeout.
He has a wicked curveball as well, huh?
Yep. Yeah, you are right. Here comes the pitch. Swung on, fouled into the netting for strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike to Marino, the young man who is now on the mound for the Tornadoes.
The Tornadoes.
My little Texas tornado blowing the Cardinals around again. And that ball's going to go off the glove of the catcher. Skips back. Catcher does hustle back and pick it up right quick.
He did call it a strike, so that's a good thing.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out, 4-3 game. Runner standing on third. And Marino of the Tornadoes at the plate. Cerna on the hill. Kicks, fires it toward the home plate, and it's going to be outside and low. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and an out. We need a good pitch here, Cerna.
Yes, we do. If they hit it, we need better defense because all the infield's on the grass for the Eunice Cardinals.
That batter's choked way up on his bat. Here comes the pitch. It's right down that outside corner, and down he goes.
It is a delay called strike, but I love it.
Yes.
I love it, love it. What's that, number 11 strikeout?
That is.
The 11th.
11 Ks.
Here comes your linebacker up the bat, Mr. Jones.
Yeah, that is number 12, Hector Zamora. Young man's got hit by a pitch almost every time at bat today as he steps up there ready to go. 2 outs, runner on third. Cerna trying to hang on, and he's going to step out.
Why?
I don't know.
He's looking around like, what's going on? Oh, we got Coach Ummerger coming out. They're going to put him on. They're going to put this batter on. Who they're going to pitch at here. Number 7. Their center fielder. I think that's a good move by Coach there. Because I think this young man has struck out almost every time.
He's got a line out and a strikeout.
Got to make number 7 feel bad.
Yeah. Interesting. Yeah, the other, and maybe he's a great hitter, but he has not hit the ball once today. The guy that's on first.
The linebacker?
Yep.
Because he's gotten hit every time, too.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
So.
But anyway, now we got runners on the corners. 2 outs. Here comes the first pitch. It's down that inside corner for strike number 1. Tyler's the coach, definitely not me, and there's a reason for that. And it dang sure ain't because I know a lot about this here baseball coaching. So I would definitely take his advice over mine. And there's a ball that's hit hard into right field.
Gotta
Right
get it,
fielder
bud.
trying to get under it, and he does. He's
does.
going to make the catch. And so the right call by Tyler Almaguer.
That's why he's the head coach.
That's right. And so as we head into the bottom of the seventh, your score, Lamesa, I forgot their name, Lamesa 4, Eunice 3. You're listening to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Cardinal Sports.
Eunice is a beacon of community spirit where everyone knows your name and looks out for one another. It's an idyllic haven to raise a family with top-notch schools, a vibrant community, and thrives on sports and academics, and has an unbeatable low cost of living. Want to tap into the heartbeat of Eunice? Google cityofunis.org to unlock a treasure trove of community events, business listings, city maps, and so much more. Experience the magic of small-town living where everyone is welcomed with open arms.
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Cardinal Sports, here live in Eunice as the Eunice Cardinals trail Lamesa, Texas, 4-3, and we're in the bottom of the seventh. For the Cardinals, as far as the lineup goes, I believe it should be Randy Gallegos, Luis Zamora, and then back to the top, Isaac Morales.
I believe you're right, looking out there on the field.
Yeah, unless they've substituted somebody in or make
pinch
some
hitter or something.
changes, yeah. That's who I show coming up. So this is the 8-9 batters
Number 20.
on this roster, and then it goes back to the top of the lineup. So we need Randy Gallegos here. He's got a fly out and a walk, his 2 trips to the plate. We need him to... I'd take one in the ear hole if they throw one at me right here if I was him.
Let's get on the bag.
And that first pitch is outside.
Oh, man.
Golly, that's called a strike.
He's been consistently wrong on that one.
Ooh, man.
He's like those outside pitches most of the game, but that one looked a little farther outside than normal for strike number 1, and now we got to.
Well, something like that, he is going to have to protect that outside pitch, even if it's way outside, unfortunately, for that batter.
Yeah.
Puts extra pressure on him, if you know what I mean.
So 0-1, guy goes in there ready to go. Here comes the next pitch. It's down the inside corner. It's hit off the knuckles right to the pitcher. Pitcher going to fire it over to first, and down goes Gallegos on the ground out.
He's putting the ball in play, man, like most of the Cardinals have tonight, but unfortunately, Lamesa has great defense out there.
Luis Zamora will now step to the plate. Young man had a fly out, and I think my writing says a fielder's choice. Reached on a fielder's choice at some point.
You're absolutely
So
right.
he
Mr.
steps
Jones.
up there ready to go. Cardinals trail by 1 here in the bottom of the 7th. Here comes the pitch. Big breaking ball stays outside for ball 1. Let's see if we can get Zamora to get us something started. Need our rally caps on and need to get a little rally going here. 1 out. Late in this ball game, the Cardinals need some magic. Here comes the pitch. It's low and outside for ball 2. So 2 balls, no strikes here to Zamora.
Which is a good start.
Mm-hmm.
Just need 2 more so we can get them on.
Yep. Need some base runners, do the Cardinals here, with 1 out against a very stingy defense in the Tornadoes, and that one's way outside for ball 3. So 3-0 to Zamora. I got to think he's taken here.
I believe you're right.
With all our foul tips and whatnot.
The way they've been struggling at the base.
Yeah, I got to say you're taken. But here comes the pitch. It's outside for ball 4. I thought he was
The way he raised that
fist.
hand,
I
yeah.
was like, ah. So
To me, that's a strike. I
Zamora,
was about to jump out of my seat, Charlie said.
Got my
Zamora
rally cap on. What you
gets
talking about?
on.
Look at that
And
clown
so,
over
yeah.
there. You're like Elmer Fudd, don't he?
Yeah. Yeah. Got a message here from Sean Roach. Appreciate you listening. And yes, sir, I concur. And that'll bring up number 10, Isaac Morales. Morales had a double his last at bat, a fly out, and a ground out. So he's made contact all 3 trips as he steps up with the tie-in run standing on first. Here comes a big breaking ball across the middle. Man, that was a good-looking breaking ball. It stood all his JV teammates up here because that ball moved 4 foot from side to side.
It's
it came
pretty,
back.
man.
Yeah, that's a huge breaking ball. So 0-1. Here comes the next
Again.
pitch, and that's that same big yanker ball as swinging and missing was Morales.
Pulling the string on that one, huh?
I don't know that I've seen anybody at the high school level that I've watched a game throw a breaking ball that moves any further than this young man. That thing moves a bunch. Here comes the next one, and it's the same pitch.
Just stayed
Stayed
high.
up.
It started off at his head or behind it and came back in and actually landed in the glove pretty dang close to the strike zone, but it's ball 1. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 3 straight breaking balls. What'll he come with this time?
Outside fastball.
Here it comes, and it's that
Oh,
big
ball
breaking
gets
ball.
away.
It gets away. Heading easily to second, standing up, making the turn is Zamora, and now the tie-in run stands on second base with 1 out. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and we need it here as Morales steps back in there ready to go. That's one thing about that big breaking ball.
Don't catch it.
Yep, you don't catch it, and you got problems.
Nice move to keep the runner back on second, huh?
Yeah. And so stepping back onto the mound is whatever his name is, Marino, the roofer. He's on there ready to go. Here comes that pitch, and it is right down the pipe.
Strike number 3.
And
out
that
number
was
2.
strike
Out
number
one, huh?
3 as down goes Morales on the strikeout. And now to the plate with 2 outs, bottom of the 7th. Runner in scoring position is Zamora on second, and Jose Calvillo comes to the plate. This young man knocked it off the wall in the deepest part of the stadium, his last at bat, with a 2 RBI double, and we need it again. Here comes the first pitch. Fastball right down the middle for strike number 1. It's unusual for Calvillo to take that one. Looked like he was thinking curveball, and they threw him the smoke right down the inside part of the plate. 0-1, 2 outs, 1-run game. Here comes the next pitch. It's driven into right center field. It's going to score a run as easily into home as Calvillo has tied this ball game up. Jose Calvillo doing
Coming in
work, young
clutch,
man.
baby.
Nice hit.
Woo!
Yes.
Beautiful
Jose
job by a young man.
Calvillo keeping the Cardinals alive as he has tied this thing up. The senior, man,
We'll have a courtesy runner here for Calvillo as well.
man, that was a
He
nice
did a beautiful
shot.
job staying down on the ball and just driving it out there.
Yep.
And Zamora did a great job jumping on his horse and getting home.
And so that'll bring Coy to the plate.
It's number 11, their pinch runner.
11 is going to
Haciel
be
Bota?
Haciel, another, young man with some wheels for sure for the Cardinals, heads over to first.
Let's get him home, Coy.
Haciel's either wearing a whole bunch of clothes or he's
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, man, he made it close.
Real close.
Yes. The pitcher wasn't even on the rubber yet, and the kids are coming off. Come on, over the first base coach.
Haciel's
Talk
got,
to him.
he looks like he's got about 4 hoodies on. Either that or he's been eating a lot of Twinkies since football season ended. Well, one or the other. As he's over there as leading and near as big right now as it was when
got scared a minute ago, right?
So here we go. Here comes the first pitch. It's that big breaking ball, and it's in there for strike number 1 on Coy.
We don't get the win here, boys. We got extra innings.
Yep. Come on, Coy.
Get her done.
Hit it out to the farm. Right out over right center, left center.
Let him hit
Let's
one of
go
his
pick it up
steers, huh?
later.
I'm telling you. We could use it right here for the senior. Here comes the pitch. Big breaking ball, and it's back in there again. And the, man, one thing about Lamesa, they're not afraid to take a few chances, and they'll fire it over to first base in a game where, man, a pass ball right there, there's no left
kid
or
would
right
score.
fielder. He'd have dang sure been on third. And so, but they're rocking and rolling for sure.
They're still
Very
playing baseball.
aggressive. Yep. So here we go. Here comes the pitch. Big breaking ball. Outside, it gets away. Hasiel's going to head easily into second. He stands up, makes the turn. And so, man, you give one more of those and you got a itchy situation here. And you might need some preparation H or something because it gets you a little tight for sure. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 4-4 ball game. We've got a tied game with the senior Coy at the plate and a runner in scoring position in Hasiel. And that ball's going to go to the netting. He got a late start, but he's going to get there, and the ball gets through as they try to throw it down, but they knock it down. And so now here we go. Runner standing on third is Hasiel.
What, stand up there, Mr. Jones?
2-2-2.
Woo. 2-2-2. Rock boogie, oogie, woogie, oogie, oogie, oogie. Heath Dean, it is time for some boogie, oogie, oogie.
These folks were leaving. They stopped right there in the steps.
People were heading for the exits, and now they've turned around and are standing on the stairs. The winning run standing on third. Tyson Coy at the plate.
It's a balk.
And there's a balk, and it's going to send the winning run home as in comes Hasiel, and he jumps up and down on home plate, and the Cardinals with the balk-off. That's not a walk-off. That's a balk-off as he heads home, and the Lamesa coach is not liking it. He is fired up, and he is letting the ump have it. They sent him home. He goes home. And that is going to be your game, and the Lamesa coaching staff is not happy. And your Cardinals with the win on the balk-off.
Eunice pulls it out.
That's the first one of them I've seen.
The Cardinals with a 5-4 win here on a crazy night, and Lamesa is not happy, I can assure you, but the Cardinals with the dub.
And it was a great call by the umpire.
Yep.
When that young man didn't come set and he tried to come home, that's a balk 100%, man.
Yep.
So
and so that is
their coach is livid.
Oh, he is.
You better watch him, Jones. You might have to come out to separate people.
Oh, no, not me. I sat up here. I'm just a witness. And
a witness.
Yeah, like Hova. Hova. Can I get a witness? And that's all I am. So the Cardinals with the win. I tell you what, we've got tomorrow. We'll be in jail. I'm not sure the time, but pay attention. I'll post something. We'll be covering that game down in jail tomorrow, either Thursday or Friday. The Cardinals will play in Lovington. I think it's Thursday. TJ and Don, I believe, have that game. And then Saturday, the Cardinals will be on the road in Texaco, and we'll be set to cover that from the left field grassy knoll.
From the grassy knoll.
Anyway, so we'll see you tomorrow for Evie and Tiff and whoever else is helping back at One Radio Square. Charlie Fairbrush, Rosendo Caballero, I'm Jimmy Jones saying good night, everyone.
Good night, everybody.